Hey everybody, Will here from PPC Coach. We are firing up the Mother's Day Challenge. I think this is number 18 that we're on, so holy cow. Just give me one in the chat box if you can hear me and see my screen. Everybody good? You all there? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Give me one. Come on. There we go. Okay, we got some ones coming in. All right, let me know where you're located to geographically. I'm in London, Ontario, Canada. It is 4 degrees out, and I missed garbage day this morning, so that sucks. But oh well. So we got Chicago, Georgetown. Georgetown, where? We have a Georgetown right by where I live. Yeah, Georgetown, Ontario. Cool. Well, not right by, but a couple hours. Sacramento, California. Very nice. Oh yeah, in Chicago. You guys just beat us. Beat the Raptors the other day, and the Raptors lost again last night too, so that sucks. Anyway, I'm going to do something a little bit different in this challenge. So typically, in my challenges, I'll do like week one, I'll do like research and finding stuff. Week 2, I'll do like getting it launched, and then week 3, I'll do troubleshooting. This time, I'm going to do like kind of accelerated turbo mode here because I figure I've got a lot of like there's 17 other challenges that you can look at. So I'm going to do like rapid fire here to try and really find some winners so you guys can see it and see what happens. So if you're serious about making money for Mother's Day, you need to commit, and you need to commit to doing about 30 test designs. Okay, so before you hang up and run away, remember that sheet? I don't know if you guys saw this one, but there's a Google sheet that I did. And this talked about this one. Okay, oh, let me do the zoom in here. So I'm just going to review this real quick. So I'm going to do a message card today, and I'm going to launch it. I'm going to launch the TikTok campaign. I'm going to be moving fast so you can view the actual replays. And then next week, I'm going to launch another product, the whole thing in one go. And then week 3, I'm going to do the whole thing in one go. So I'm going to try this format to see if I can get you guys, because I think people are thinking, oh no, I can move super slow. I just do research now, and then I do my video, and then I launch my ad, and then blah, blah, blah. But I want you guys to move. I want you to hit the accelerator. So I'm going to do it with you. So remember this. I don't know if you guys saw the webinar I did for this, but, and I'll share this too in the group. I'll put it underneath the replay for this video. So you can just make a copy and put it into your own. But the key is this. So we have a test budget. And if we say, okay, I'm going to spend $50 for a test. If my success rate is 10%, that means I have to test 10 of these in order to get one winner. If my success rate, for me, it's about 28%. So if I test 10, I'm going to get like 2.8 winners. So if I test 4, I should be testing 4 and getting a winner. For you, if you haven't been doing this, maybe it's 10%. So if you test 4, well, this is what most people do. They'll test 1 because they'll be all excited, and it won't work, and it'll fail. So then they'll say, okay, whatever, that one failed. Will said that would happen, so let's test 1 more. And then they test 1 more, and then they're like, well, that failed too. All right, so that's your sales from your test, 0.2 sales that you will get at a 10% success rate. So if you test 2 and you quit, you're never going to make it online. Okay, so I really want to drill this into everybody's head that yes, it costs money. Yes, you're going to spend money up front. Yes, it sucks, but once you hit the winner, it's good. So if I test 10 and I get 1 winner, oh my God, I spent $500. But look at this. So if you need to bring in a little bit more than $500, so you sell 71 of these, you're at $68 profit. 568 minus 500. Okay, this part you have to do in order to get to this part where you're actually profitable. So in the beginning, when you're testing, you're going to lose money. Now, if you don't want to spend $50, go to 25. Now you're down to 250. Now you only need like 31 sales to break even on your big winner. Okay, so you're going to find a big winner. You test 10, find a big winner, spend $250. Then you get like 31 sales on that big winner, and you're breaking even. Everything after that is profit. So then you get to 100 sales. Now you're at 808. And 808 minus 250 at a $25 spend is what? Let's see. 808 minus 250. Now you're $558 in profit. Oh, can't see my screen. Oh boy. You see it now? Hang on. You guys see it now? Give me one if you're good. That's weird. I wonder why it just disappeared. So, oh, okay. Yeah, I asked, like, can you guys hear me and see my screen? You gave me one, so I assume. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. Okay, so you've been listening, but I'll just cut this out of the replay. So let's start over. I'm going to accelerate the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to be doing launching a product on each webinar. And then we're going to look at the results from the previous one on the next one. And then in here, this little sheet that I'm looking at is what I was talking about. So I'll just go through this real quick. So if you spend 50 bucks on a test, your success rate is 10%. That means you have to launch 10 tests to get one sale. That means you're going to spend 500 bucks. So in order to break even, you need to sell 71 units and you'll be $68 profit. Now let's say you say, okay, I only want to spend 25 bucks on a test. That's fine. Now you've spent 250. Now you only need 31 sales to break even on your winner. So this is a part that I want to focus on for everybody now. And you guys heard me talk about this, but you have to test in order to find the winner. If you only test, watch this, 2, you have 0.2 sales. And if you quit after two tests, spent 50 bucks, did 2 tests, quit, you're never going to make it. All right, that makes sense? Everybody see that now? And I'll share this with you guys. Okay, good. So, like I said, we're going to be accelerated today. I've already found some products. So for research, I did go through this quite a few times, but we're going to create a sheet, a Google sheet, and you're going to put all your stuff in there for research. You're going to go to sites like Etsy, Google. You can go to Gearbubble itself. You can go to anywhere. So if we go here real quick, the format we're going to be using is different too. So watch this. So funny. I want you to do this with me. Funny coffee mugs. Why funny coffee mugs? If we're selling a necklace, because we're going to take what's on the funny coffee mugs and we're actually going to do a funny message card with it. So you're going to watch me do this live here. So, oh, sorry, not funny. I don't even have to put coffee in here. Funny mum mugs. Sorry. Because for Mother's Day, something like this, which I actually made this and bought it myself, and I am going to try this too on TikTok, I think. So this is one that we could put onto a message card. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a screenshot of it, like so. Remember, we're accelerating today. Save, and then it goes here. If I use Snagit, file, save as. I'm just going to do one. Challenges 018. Make a folder. In here, save it. Then you're going to do a sheet. I already have sheets. You're going to do a sheet. You're just going to call this image. Quote. URL. Status. Notes. So you guys are going to make a sheet like this. Actually, I could probably share this one with you guys too. Yeah, I'll share this one so you guys don't even have to do this part. So I will put this in where the replay is. So the image now goes in here. Insert image. Now I'm going to move quick. Browse. D drive. Challenges. Number 18. There. This one. I'm going to make this bigger so we can see it. And then this will say, dear mom, thanks for putting up with a spoiled ungrateful, messy, bratty child like my. So we could say brother or sister, but let's do that. and then love, and then we'll put like, now we'll go with this, and then the URL to this one is right here. Click it. Yeah, it's on Amazon. So we'll grab that URL, plug that in here, paste, special, values only, status, pending, notes, put this on a message card. Bingo. All right. Now you're going to repeat that whole process about 50 to 100 times, okay? I'm going to move on to the next step because I already found one that I'm going to do. I don't know if you guys saw this one, but this one made me laugh. Mom, you're going to be a grandma. And then one day, until then, here's a mug. This is freaking funny. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it on a message card. So I'm taking coffee mug stuff and I'm putting them on message cards. All right. So a couple questions. Why do you need a URL? You don't. I just put the URL in there just in case. Say this one's a winner, and then say it's on like an Etsy shop. Then I can come back in and I can look at other mugs and stuff that are on there. So let's go 018 Mother's Day Challenge, BBC Coach, Research Sheet. There we go. And I will share this with you guys so you don't even have to create your own. So that's one. That is actually a really good one, which would probably look really good. But this one is hilarious. I found this, I think it was on Etsy, and it had some sales. So I could just do a mug too. And, you know, maybe I will do multiple products here. So next step is to get this created, right? I need an image. So if I'm doing a mug, it's very simple. I can use Canva. If I'm doing a necklace, which I'm going to, I need an actual template. So thankfully, I have templates. So you can go to Fiverr too, and you can get what I did with this. Actually, I just made this one on my own. It's very simple. I'll show you. I was pulling it up on the other screen. There it is. Nope. Message. Fiverr. Other one? Yeah, there. Fiverr. Oh. Sorry, I'm just on the other screen. There it is. Okay, so I'm opening up Photoshop because I'm doing a message card, but you could do this on Canva, you can do this on GIMP, you can do this on, what's that other one? Photopea, I think is the name of it. So all a message card is a square image. And if I go to the image size, it's 1,000 by 1,000. Okay, so I'm gonna go, instead of 2 my, I'm going just gonna put that. And edit this to say Mom, and I'm going to move it over, center it. Something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now down here, I need my quote. All right, so down here, I'm going to say, so go text, highlight this, delete, and now I can type in my text. Mom. You're gonna be a grandma. One day. Oh, dot, dot, dot. Okay. One day. I can say Happy Mother's Day, or I can just say, until then, here's a necklace. So let's make this capital. You guys think this will work? What do you think? Think we're onto something? Coffee mug to necklace challenge? That's it. That's my message card. Mom, you're going to be a grandma. And then maybe I'll make this smaller. Just change the font size a little bit. So with this, I should be able to drag it. That. And then maybe I'll make that a little hair bigger. You just drag it sideways over Photoshop. I can go like this. Then we'll go. Like that. I'll make that. What size is this now? 15.01. So we'll make this 15.01 up in the top. There. And then we'll just move this guy up a little hair here. No, that's pretty good. So here's the thing. This heart is not the best. The little dots are not the best. I could replace those with something else. In fact, I could do like an ornamental thing if I wanted. But I'm going to leave it because what I want you guys to do is understand that nothing has to be perfect, okay? All you have to do is get something out there. You can make it perfect later. So for all you perfectionists, knock it off. Like here's a virtual smack in the head. Don't do that. Get stuff up and running. Don't worry about if it's perfect or not. Don't worry if there's a couple pixels around the heart. I don't care. I want to get stuff out there and see if it works first. Then I can go back and I can make as many beautiful versions as I want of this. I could take this design, send it to a designer and say, hey, make it pretty. I literally have black font on a white background with some crappy little things on the bottom. And if you don't like the things on the bottom, turn them off. Like it's very, there, turn them off. Like, that's it. This is Photoshop, by the way, that I'm using, all right? So you have no excuses, okay? I'm not gonna let you guys make excuses this time. People are coming in and they're really not doing the work. So, and a lot of people are perfectionists, so don't be that perfectionist. So here we go. I'm gonna say mom template, and then in here, I'm gonna say, you're going to be, I think a lot of girls on TikTok who see this are gonna go, oh man, my mom would kill me if I give that to her. I gotta buy one. Like that's what I'm going for. When I saw it, I laughed, and even a male can give this to their mom too. So there, okay, there it is. Save. There, I've got my template made. Now I'm gonna go to my favorite, is Gearbubble. You can use whatever you want. Some people are saying, I want to use Shine-On for these message cards because Shine-On has better ones and they're prettier and all that stuff. Not arguing that. The only problem is we can't track TikTok with Shine-On right now. So you could run this challenge with Shine-On using like Facebook ads. That's fine, although Facebook ads have been crap lately because of all the tracking issues. Or like Google ads or any other traffic source you want. Or you can just follow what I do. So let's launch traditional. Let's go with a down here message card, jewelry, next step. So you need a Gearbubble account. You need a TikTok ad account. In order to open a TikTok ad account, I'll get to that in a second, but you need a business page. So I talk about that. Go to challenge number 17. It talks all about opening a TikTok ad account, all that good stuff. So they got a couple different options here. We got interlocking hearts. We got gold plated. We got a compass. That's actually neat. Crescent moon. Cool. Interlocking rings. Oh, that's kind of neat too. Luxury heart. Well, that's pretty. And then luxury heart gold plate. So let's go with, let's do this. I think this is the one I like. Okay, so now we've got for mock-ups, we can do women or we can do none. I'm going to do a female. Now look at this. Base cost is $49.95. Profit per sale 43. Holy crapsicles. Okay, let's go back here for a sec. Then let's go back to our how much can I make sheet just real quick. Holy man, that's way different than I thought. Well, than I had on my sheet. So the base cost is what? If I can do math in my head. $49.95 minus $43.95 is what? $6? Oh, $6.95. Duh. Right? 6.95. Oh, now your numbers change. Yeah, look at this. So 42.05, 43. Okay, I got the. Wow. It's morning. I'm not a morning person. I can't believe I have to do this. $6.95. That's what I said. Well, why is this saying 43? Oh, $49.95. See, there you go. Wow, 49.95. There you go. 6.95. $43 profit. That's huge. That's awesome. So now let's say it costs us 24 bucks. Our net profit's 19. Now if we spend, I'm going to spend 50 on each one. So we do 10 tests. We spend 500 bucks. But look at this. Now we only need 31 sales on our winner to actually be into the profit category. Wicked. So the profit margin on these is gigantic. Like way better. And look at this, we can do personalized too. Can't do personalized with Shine On, by the way. So, all right, let's upload our design. Upload graphic. Go to mom template. This one. Open. And then let's go. Kind of like that. Good. Up a bit. There. Okay. We could do personalized too. Just keep that in mind. You can't do personalized message cards on Shine On, but you can do them here. So that is actually going to be that. We got a female for the mock-up. Good. Next step. I'm going to be grandma. Let's move that down a bit. Sorry, I'm going to do that again because I want to move it down a hair. Probably should have left it where it was. Again, if you make a mistake, who cares? Just fix it. That's it. Just fix the mistake. There, that's better. Oh, I got the wrong one. Man, I suck. I want the heart. Luxury heart, silver plated. Okay, let me reload this page. Luxury heart, silver plated. Next. Okay, that's fine. Mom, you're going to be a grandma one day. Until then, here's a necklace. I love you. Cool. All right, we don't really need to do anything else on it. Well, we need a campaign name. Mom, you're going to be a grandma. And then want to give your mom a shot. Get her this. She will love it. We'll laugh at it. Show her friends. Share it on her Facebook. And probably give you a smack in the head. But it's all in good fun. Mother's Day is coming up. Got her one now. All right. Just speak to them like you'd be speaking to your friend. You could say, I was going to say heart attack, but I didn't want to do that. So I just said a shock. Now category, I leave blank. Tags, I leave blank. This I set to 10 p.m. all the time. Oh, somebody said, do you need, okay. Photoshop. Any other suggestions? Yeah, you can use GIMP, you can use Photopea, you can use Canva. Canva's super easy. All you need to do is make a square image. It doesn't have to be transparent. Do you recommend Google search ads or Google display ads? Is one better than the other? Google display ads are for retargeting. Google search ads are for cold traffic. Do you need it to be transparent? No, you do not. All right, so going to be, try this. There. I'm going to put grandma on there. Going to be grandma. And then terms and conditions, just double checking everything's right. Looks good. Launch. Now, once this is launched, we can move to basically creating our video. And then we can get that video up. So I'm going to view my campaign. Another tab. That's what it looks like. And that, and that, and that, and that. Awesome. All right. Okay, now I got to make a video out of this. So let's start saving some of these images. Into our folder. D drive challenges 18. Mom. Save. Let's mock up 1, 2. Save. And then we'll go like this one. We just need like 3 images. Although, why not just save them all? Oops. Save. 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 Okay, I've got that ready to go. Now you got to make a video. So you've got options here, and I cover this in challenge 17, but I use this, invideo.io. You can also go to Fiverr and you can type in TikTok ad, and there's a million designers that will do a video for you. I think a lot of them are actually using programs like this. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do it with this because I like it. So we can't use wide, we can't use square. We need vertical 9:16. That's a aspect ratio, and this aspect ratio works for TikTok. Okay, so go 9:16. Now we can search through this if we want. There's a lot of like stuff we can do in here, or just scroll through a couple ideas for templates, because all we're really going to do is edit a template. So something like, I don't know, takes a second. Yeah, I don't want that one. These are logo ones. Just find one you like, and we're going to edit it. It doesn't matter what's on it because we're going to edit everything. Why don't we just type in like, I don't know, hearts. See if hearts come up. Well, what's hearts mean? Heart beam. Only 2. What's this one? Interesting. Not crazy about that. Let's find another one. Try this hearts. Oh, are they going to give me more? What's this? Just watching to see what it shows. Nah. It's this one. Okay, going for it. Let's use this one. I don't really care what it says because I'm going to edit everything anyway. And I'm going to stick my own images in there. So we need basically, this is good because it's about 20 seconds, and I could actually even cut off one of those. So in here, once you're in, you can start uploading your own assets. So I'm going to go to uploads, and I'm going to go upload media. And I'm going to go boom, 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 and then open. So I want to get all 4 of those images in here so I can replace the couple with what I want to say. And they put acoustic symphony, I guess, whatever. It's fine. Let's go with, what do we want to do in the first one? Do this one. I'm going to add it as a layer. Oh, no, there we go. Oh, okay. Let's go like this. Oh, it's right there. Oh, I actually want to replace that image. Hang on. Do this. Replace. Ah, that's better. Replace. Okay. So now we can edit the text. We can say mom. And it'll be grandma. Oops. One day, and then what's it say? Until then. So all you really want to do is get their curiosity going a little bit. So I'm going to play that scene. Okay, and then I'll edit this. Oops. Or no, I don't want to say that. Make it bigger. This is not like the music that I would use, but whatever. It'll work. Did I already use this one? So let's go like this. Drag. Oop. Gotta click it. That'll be replace. Oh, I need to replace. Hang on. Delete. I wanted to replace you, not do that. Oh well. This looks... Make that bigger. We'll say this. Maybe the music is a good thing because it's kind of cheeseball. Oh, and then there's another one. Replace there. All right, let's play the whole thing. Let's play. Where's the scene? Oop, that didn't work. Change that color. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Play that. I don't know if you can hear that music, but it's awful. I'm gonna edit that. Not digging that music. Let's go here to music. What do we got? Pop. Background music. Come on, let's try. What do we got for pop? Oh, you gotta click it. That's better. This is my jam. Aha. Okay, stop. Better. Okay, let's hear that. Much better. I don't, can you guys hear the music? It's like a very catchy, bumpy beat. I don't know if you can hear it. Wait, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna make this one bigger. I'm gonna change the color on this. I'm not digging that weird color, so let's go with a black. Even this font is kind of hard to read, but that's okay. All right, so what do we got here? I don't like this font at all. Getting rid of it. We're out of here. That's easier to read. That's better. Okay, what's the name of that font? Peace Sans Regular. All right. Actually, I'll leave that. Okay, this. So I'm going to change this font. You can see it's all really just clicking. Peace Sans, right? This one. And then I'll change this as well to the easier to read. And this one too. And there we go. And maybe I will change this one. Just to keep it all the same. So if it's hard to read, they're not going to bother with it. And even here. Okay, so let's play that. There we go. All right, perfect. Perfect. So then we do download and share. Oh, did you do it? Yep, do it 1080p, export. And that's going to take a minute, but we basically created our video. So while that's, I'm going to move this to another screen just for a sec. Just leave it open. This is going to take a minute, and I'll just show you real quick how else you can do it. So you go to Fiverr. You don't want to do that, right? Or, I mean, maybe you do. I hope you do. But go to Fiverr if you don't want to. Is TikTok one word or two? I keep putting it as two. Can't remember. It's 2 words? Okay. Look at, like, 13 Canadian. I'll create a TikTok ad for $10 in 24 hours. So I'll show you one that I bought from the other one. My orders here. So I created one. I bought one. And I'm going to run it here. This is for St. Paddy's Day. Here, I'll run it. You guys probably can't hear the music, but this kind of template, and I paid like, I don't know what I paid, 13 bucks for this. This is all I did. Does that look like what we just did in about 5 minutes? So if you guys need a side hustle, I'll tell you this too. Say you want to, you're like, I got no cash. I can't run any ads. Okay, well, go to InVideo, or sorry, go to Fiverr and become a TikTok ad maker and use the training I just showed you on how to make a TikTok ad and plug in their product into the templates on InVideo and sell them on TikTok. I paid 23 bucks Canadian. So 23 Canadian, 23.57 Canadian. CAD to USD, 18.95 that guy charged me. So how many videos would you have to do on Fiverr as a seller? This is total side hustle. Would you have to do in order to get enough budget to actually run ads on TikTok for your own products? Are the wheels spinning? All right, I'm gonna pull this back over. So we got this going. The file is ready. I think that's pretty cool. Change music, change everything. So we're gonna download this. It's gonna go right here. Show in folder. I'm gonna put this into my other folder. Copy. Oh no, I'll move this over in a second. Okay, so I downloaded it. I'm gonna dump it in here. There's the video. Make sure it works. Yep. And now I'm going to move that over. Now we're in the home stretch here. Okay. So we've got, like I said, we're moving quick, right? Now I need to go to TikTok, to my ad account. I'm going to create a campaign. I'm going to do something a little bit different than I did in the last challenge because I learned to start over. Okay, so what I want here is website traffic. So it's just going to be campaign number 3, version 1, and then we put the date, March 18th/21, and this one is going to be, I'm going to pull the name right from Gearbubble. I'm going to put it in here. Continue. Now, ad group name is going to be Wide Open USA. TikTok pixel. I do need a TikTok pixel. I should have done that first. Damn it. Okay, assets. All right. Sorry, got ahead of myself. So you go to assets, event, website pixel, manage, and here we're going to create a pixel. And this one we're going to name that mom, you're going to be a grandma. And then we're going to manually install the code. Click next. And then we're going to do standard mode. Click next. And then this code, copy it. Now you're going to go to, in our case, Gearbubble. Go to my account. And right here under settings, we're going to open this in a new tab. We're going to go to tracking. Then we're going to go to third party. Okay, I'm moving quick. Conversion snippet, paste. There's your tracking code. So when you get a sale on TikTok, it'll fire on Gearbubble. Well, sorry. When they click from TikTok to your Gearbubble, to this page on Gearbubble, and then they buy, this will fire. This will tell TikTok that you got a sale update. So this only shows on the thank you page after purchase. So I think a hack that we could do is to put it in here, but I'm not sure if that will work. So a lot of these platforms aren't up to speed yet on TikTok ads because nobody's running them. I don't know why. Probably because guys like me haven't taught them how yet. But anyway, there's also the Pixel Helper that you can download. I have it installed, but we're going to complete and set rules. And here we're going to do e-commerce events. Actually, we could do this too. Yeah, I don't even need that. I could edit it if I want. Oh, delete. Test events. Yeah. You'd have to buy one in order to test it because it's only going to show on there. I didn't set my rules for my events, but I don't care because it's just going to fire on the page anyway. So we've got our pixel placed here in our third party. Oh, while we're in here too, go to other. Then we'll go to general. And I like to see this one, allow campaigns to be searchable in the Gearbubble network. Turned off. That way people can't spy on your campaigns. So, and also the affiliate thing, make it available for affiliates. I turn that off too. All right. Okay, so now we've got this ready to go. Let's just reload this. Actually, we won't see the pixel on this page yet because Gearbubble doesn't have the functionality to put it on the landing page. It's only going to show when you get a purchase. All right, just so you guys are clear, because I know you're going to wonder, how do we like create a retargeting list of people who viewed it? We actually can't yet. We're a little bit limited, but we can still do buyers. So back here, now we can go to dashboard. And then we'll go to create campaign. Well, this is what the dashboard looks like. Campaign. And then we'll create this one. Now we're back to certain one. So we'll continue from the last edit. So there's our name. Continue. Wide open. Now the pixel, I need that one from the drop down. So to my sorry. Where did the pixel go? Refresh. Unless I might need to put those assets in there. Oh, you bugger. Assets. Come on, event. Might want the rules. So manage. It's supposed to be in that drop down. And down here, test events. I don't know why it's not showing. There are rules that you're supposed to put in there that for some I X'd out of it by accident. Oh, there's that. Manually, okay. And then, so I've got the code, confirm. Give me the rules. Might have to start over on a campaign. So I'm gonna go like this. I think it's not reloading the page. So I'm gonna do start over. And I'm actually gonna reload this. Okay, let's try this again. Because I just need that to show in the drop down. And then the name. Why are you not showing my pixel? Grr. Okay, so there's my pixel. Show. Until it's live, eh? Create events. Okay, here we go. That's what I needed. All right. So I'm gonna do, okay, did you see how I did that? Create. I can do custom because I only have one that I can actually track right now. And it is a purchase. Should be in here somewhere. Complete payment, that's it. So it's going to show on the thank you page. So this is my purchase event. And the value is going to be $49.95. Or you could do it just your profit, but might as well do $49.95. Show it once. And then click next. Okay, and then choose a tracking method. So click events, destination URL, the pop-up event. So we're going to put this. And I believe, I gotta double check this. It is a, when the URL contains, I think it's thank you. Let me double check this, but I'm gonna put this in for now, and then I'll fix it later. So if the page URL contains thank you, and I might actually have to buy one of these. I'm gonna buy one, because I can't remember the URL. Okay, I'm just gonna move this to another screen. So this is my checkout page. So actually, is my pixel on here? Shouldn't be on this page. It is on this page. Cool, all right. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. So for your checkout page, the initiate checkout, we can do it here too. And then I'm gonna buy one, because why not? I'm buying my own, but who cares? So I'm putting in my stuff over here. I'm actually going to give this to my mom because I think it's that funny. Just finish it up. Canada. And then let's see how long it takes to get to me too. So you're under the gun, Gearbubble. 083. Buy now. PayPal. Open up. Pay now. Okay, here we go. This is the page they land on after. It's got finish, so buy and finish. Ooh, that would have been bad if I'd forgotten the URL. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Save. Done. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Now, back in here, In our events manager, we're going to edit this. So the purchase is actually contains the word finish. Complete. Oops, save. Complete. Now I'm going to add in the initiate checkout too. Event. So that's complete payment. I could leave it on that. Well, if I want to add in the initiate checkout, that's kind of like the add to cart. I think I can do that. But I need to get in here somewhere. I can't remember how I got in the event. Attributed. Oh, install. Okay, so manually. Which is clunky, but it's good that you guys are seeing how clunky this is to actually get in here. Oops. This is how we got in, right? No permission. Okay. If I want to add an event, I'm going to figure this out. Okay, I'll figure this out and post it. We got our main event though, so let's go back to the dashboard. And then let's go to campaign. Close that window. Now it should show in my drop down. Let's just continue, see what happens. So website conversion, there's my campaign name. Continue. Aha! See, you guys learned something. Mom, you're gonna be a grandma. That's how I want to track it. Alrighty, now we're cooking. And this is USA, male and female, wide open. That's how we're gonna test. That's it. We're not doing targeting. We're not doing anything. We're just assuming that it's a man or a woman on TikTok in the US and they have a mom. Pretty complex targeting, right? So the event, we want to do that. Complete. That's pixel. That's the event. And oh, actually, we can add events there. We'll do that later. All right. So placement wise, you got to click this and you got to go select because we just wanted to show on TikTok, not these other apps. So remove those. And so it's placement, select TikTok only, remove the others. Location, and you click that, scroll down to the bottom. We only want US. And these are the only countries that you can advertise to. I can't advertise to the UK. I found that out the other day too. Gender. No, I don't want, well, do I? No. I'm gonna only go with 18 plus. Just because I know I have daughters on there and I know they'll see it and they'll like it and they'll share it and all that crap, but they'll never be able to buy it because I don't have a credit card. So I want 18 plus. Languages, I want English. Budget, I want a daily budget. And I'm just gonna do like, my budget and my bid are gonna be tied together. So if I bid, well actually you can't even do, well, you have to do 50 minimum. And then within the ad group, we can set it to 20 per day. So if I put 20, it won't accept it when it goes to launch. So you have to do 50 in there for the daily, but then on the ad group, we can set it lower. Schedule continuously, conversion goal is that. Bid, here's where so if I have a $50 daily budget, I can't bid like $51, it won't take it. I have to bid below that. So I'm actually gonna bid, I've been finding this is working. I'll just go a penny below my daily budget. They say this, you could put in what they say too. Adopt. Okay, let's adopt that. Next. So we've got a daily budget of 50, but when we create the actual, was I in the ad group? I think I was in the ad group already. Oh crap, whatever. We can lower the ad group budget down. The campaign budget can be 50, the ad group budget can be 20 minimum. All right, so we got a single video. Now, they also have the ability to use their templates. If we didn't go through all that and create our video and upload it, we could use their templates or we could use it from the library. So we're gonna do upload though, because we already created one. And we're gonna upload. Because I actually used their templates in the past. And when I uploaded them, they disapproved the ad, and they said because it had pointers on them or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's your template. There. So knowing this too, on the bottom, when you're making this, you might want to take into account that some of the bottom is covered up. Okay, which I actually forgot about. But still, you can read it. So there's my TikTok ad. Now display name. In here, you can't just put anything. I usually put Gearbubble.com or use your domain if you have your own store. But we're doing it on Gearbubble, so we're going to put that. Insert creative for your text. Want to make your mom laugh. Oh, cut off there. There. So it says at Gearbubble, want to make your mom laugh for Mother's Day. There. Call to action is not learn more. We're going to do shop now. And then the URL, of course, we need a URL. It's going to be this one. I'm just checking here too on the Pixel. Pixel's showing here. That's sweet. All right. Next video I'll show you. Next training session, since we're coming up on the hour, we'll add more events to the next one. They must have just changed that because that pixel did not show before. That's good. That's very good. Good stuff. All right, paste. Profile image. I don't really use one, but if you have one, you can put it in there. And then I, as a legally authorized representative of my company, authorized TikTok being the entity, blah, 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 blah. Fine. Use the pixel. Third-party tracking settings. We are not using this, but if it says right here, if you're using like a third party, so say you're using Wicked Reports or something else like that, you could put the URL that would send it to Wicked Reports and then they would redirect it to your landing page, but we're not doing that. So we're just going to click check everything. Resolution, yep. Didn't use the editor, 20 seconds, good, good, good. Single video, just put it like that, submit. I'm just going to go back into the ad group for a sec. Just going to show you something. Go to ads manager. So the ad will be in review. Let's go campaign. So the campaign status is right here. It's active. If I click it, now I'm into the ad group. It's not delivering because it's in review, but here I can actually edit this down to 20. And then it might give me an error. Yeah. When this is the budget and bid thing. So if I have a $50 budget, then I can bid up to a penny under 50. But if I have a 36, 32 bid, and I want to set the budget to 20 bucks a day, this has to be $19.99 on the bid. Check. And then I can lower this to 20. There you go. Got it. So the budget and the bid are tied together on this. This is the way I've been doing it for testing, is I'll set the budget to like 20, and then I'll set the bid to $19.99. Now, if I'm not getting traffic, and I'll show you guys this in the next training too, kind of how to troubleshoot these things, but this basically gives me about 2.5 days, right, to spend 50 bucks. So you do need to keep an eye on it. And the thing you're keeping an eye on is this column right here, conversions. So if conversion is 0 and I've spent 50 on this campaign, I turn it off. All right, just keep that in mind. That's the only thing you need to know for now. Besides, if you let it run for like 24 to 48 hours and you have no impressions, then you need to raise your budget to 30 and raise your bid to $29.99. Okay, and then you'll start getting impressions. All right, there's a lot to cover. Oh, the other crap, yeah. Damn it. In here, this will get disapproved. Good point. Somebody watched the other one. Good. I totally forgot about that. So we need to go in here. And without this little piece, it will get auto disapproved. It's probably already disapproved. So I'm gonna have to put a ticket in. So they're real sticklers on this. They want the privacy policy in here. I've talked to Dawn about this, but this is just a workaround. So we have to type in privacy policy, and then you have to go to Gearbubble. You have to grab it, and I think it's gearbubble.com/privacy. No. Let me go incognito. So I'm gonna go to the main page. I'm gonna find that link. TikTok is crazy with they want the privacy policy right on the main page. But down here, they actually have, even on my landing page, I have terms and all that. If you go, I think it's FAQ. There it is. Oh, it's policy, it's not privacy. So you need gearbubble.com/policy on your listing. So you need a link. So type in privacy policy, click link, push this, and then open in a new window. Okay. Then click enter, put enter, and then type this in. There. If we don't do the privacy policy and the support at gearbubble.com on our listing, they'll disapprove the ad, the campaign. So it looks like this. It's weird. It is, Gearbubble does have it down here. It's just it's under FAQ. So what I'm trying to get Dawn to do is put this privacy policy just down here as a link, so we don't have to put it in our ads anymore. But that's it. It just opens to the privacy policy. That covers our butts with TikTok. Thank you for reminding me. Janet, good job. So now, they may have disapproved it already. So what happens as soon as you launch a campaign, they have bots that go out and they scan the landing page. And the first thing they look for, did they disapprove it? An ad? In review, okay. I guess when you're in review, they're not going to show you anything. Yeah, my ad didn't even show them. My ad should show. Okay, I'll double check that, but it says it's in review, so it could just be that once they review it, then it'll show under my ad tab. Although that kind of is weird because it should show under my ad tab already. Strange. All right, you guys got questions? I can see them. I'm going to answer a couple here. Like I said, I blew through this real quick, but don't worry. So when I upload the replay, go through every step. All right, and just to summarize real quick, you're going to start with your sheet. So this sheet right here, which I'm going to share both of these. I'll share this one too. So you're going to fill up this sheet with like, I'd say 50 to 100 ideas. We're going to find coffee mugs. We're going to take the funny ideas off coffee mugs for mothers, and we're going to put them on necklaces, and we're going to put them on message cards. And maybe we'll do coffee mugs for the third one. But that's what we're going to do. So once you get that, then you actually have to make the design. I did it very quickly in Photoshop. If you don't want to use Photoshop, use Canva or Photopea, whatever it's called, or GIMP. There's free ones. I just like Photoshop. I've used it for over a decade. I don't mind paying for it because it makes me a lot of money. Once you have your design, you're going to go to Gearbubble and you're going to launch it, just like we did. Okay, and don't forget to put the privacy policy and support at gearbubble.com. Once it's launched, then you're going to go to TikTok. You're going to go to Asset, Event. You're going to create a conversion pixel. Right, manage, then you're going to create one. Once you have that code, you're going to put it onto your listing on Gearbubble. Then you're actually going to create your events, just like I did. Remember, I bought one of these. I'm giving one of these to my mom. So you're going to be a grandma. So you need to create your event down here, just like we did. Follow those steps. Then it will be ready to go. Then you go to campaign and you create your campaign. And your campaign is ready to go. Oh, I skipped the video part. Okay, so in between all that, you're going to go to InVideo or Fiverr and you're going to create your video. So I prefer this because I can create a bunch of these. And then, oh yeah, the bonus side hustle for anybody who's feeling energetic is go to Fiverr and start selling TikTok ad videos. TikTok's going to take off huge. And I like to be ahead of the curve. That's why you're not seeing any other online guys really talk about TikTok, because they haven't done it. They haven't even like created an account yet. So I know in all the groups that I'm in, we're going to start seeing all these TikTok experts starting to pop up because they always follow everything I do. That's cool, but we're going to be ahead of them. So we're into TikTok before everybody else. We're going to make a ton of money. I'm going to go through some questions and we're going to pop off here. So, all right, yeah, if you have any questions too and I don't get to them, post them in the forums. So you make this look pretty easy. Yeah, it's just, I've been doing it a long time. Great tip on flipping Fiverr gigs. Yeah, I mean, there's opportunity everywhere. So each product has its own pixel on TikTok. Yes, it does. Will this work on Etsy? Yeah, why not? I already created a TikTok business account and I use my Etsy shop URL. That's fine. You can send it there. I set up TikTok business account last night. It's $50 the max budget. I think, no, 20 is the max, or minimum. I'm spending 50 per test. You didn't add privacy policy in email. Yeah, I've got that. Thank you for reminding me. Maybe that's why Facebook banned me for life. Privacy policy on the page is not just best practice. No, Facebook is crazy. They're like that aunt who has like 50 cats and has never been married and lives in the woods and reads books all day. I don't know. Facebook's nuts. They're slowly going more and more senile and insane. So it's not you. They can't tell up from down lately. And with they were already bad, but then when the tracking thing happened with Apple, now they're even worse. So support is like non-existent. Even I have a rep at Facebook and he can't do a thing. I'm like, okay, so if I get an account restricted, I email him and he's like, or he'll even call me and be like, what's up, Will? And I'm like, well, my account's restricted. Oh, let me go check. Oh yeah, they're reviewing it. I'm like, okay, get it turned on. Oh no, I can't do that. It's not my department. I'm like, what good are you, dude? Like, Facebook they're on a downhill slope right now, and that's why I'm moving away as much as I can, because I'm like, number one, I'm sick and tired of lack of support. Number two, I don't like refreshing my screen and panicking to see if my ad account's disabled for no reason at all. And number three, the performance sucks. So I think the golden days of Facebook are over. So anybody who's not adapting, adjusting, moving forward is going to be left in the dust and they're going to struggle. So that's why I keep showing all these different traffic sources. That's why I'm going to be a master of TikTok ads, because yeah, there's so many reasons. Okay, so for Gearbubble and TikTok, we don't need to worry about custom domains. No, you don't. No, the custom domain baloney, not baloney. It's a good thing. Custom domains are cool. You could do them. The only reason Gearbubble even had to do that, ShineOn had to do it, was because of Facebook. Because Facebook is like, oh no, now you're only allowed 8 events per domain, and if it's not your domain, you can't do it. Like, screw you, Facebook. TikTok doesn't care. I was doing some research last night for funny ones. I found some really good ones. Right on. Good. Love what I'm hearing. Awesome. Thank you. I love the faster speed. Yeah, I think the faster speed is a good thing, because I know it's hard for me, because I think I'm going to overwhelm a lot of people, but there are a lot of people too who have been in there for a long time. They're like, get going. So now I want to focus more on the production and the output, because I can just refer people back to the completed challenges to get all the pace by pace if they really want to move slowly. So moving forward, it's going to be moving quick, because the key is the key number right here, like I keep saying, is it's this. Without this number, we're not doing anything. And I'm finding too many people are giving up way too early, because they think, I paid my $1 for Will's training and I put up one and it didn't work, and God damn it, I quit. And I'm like, oh, it's very frustrating for me. So from now on, if you don't do 10 tests and you quit, it's on you. Like, it's not on me. If you did 10 and you didn't get one, do 20. And if you did 20 and you didn't get one, you better be posting in the forum and asking for help before you quit. Because if you don't, you're never going to make it online. So the forums are there to help people. And I can lead people to water, but I can't make them drink. I can't force them to get help. So if you launch even 5 and you're feeling down, you're like, oh my God, I spent $50 per test. That's $250 and I haven't got a sale yet. Ugh, I quit. No, wrong reaction. The right reaction is, okay, I have resources. I have experts. I have people that are willing to help me. If I just freaking reach out and ask for the help, like it's so, oh, I get so frustrated whenever I see if somebody quits my forum. I'm like, what are you doing? If the only email I get from somebody is how do I cancel my subscription, I just want to reach through the screen and like smack just to say you are leaving the opportunity of a lifetime and you didn't ask for help once. Like, anyway, sorry, I get pumped up about this. So now we're going to focus on this. We're going to accelerate this test phase. That's going to be our focus. Test, 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 test. When you hit the big one, you're not even going to have to ask. The big one is just going to be, oh boy, I just got 5 sales in a day. Well, that worked. And right? All right, cool. Thank you. Okay. So TikTok ads should concentrate on funny rather than sentimental. That's the thing. My bread and butter is mushy, sentimental, dad to daughter necklaces. Taught that for years. I still do it. It still works. But now that I'm shifting, because the market is there on TikTok, that market I think will respond to mushy as well. But I think I've left a lot of meat on the table, money on the table, by not going the funny route too with this stuff. So I'm adding in the funny stuff, and now I 100% guarantee you're going to see all those so-called expert guru guys who copy everything I do. All of a sudden, you're going to see a lot of people training people on funny stuff now, and you're going to see them going to TikTok, and it's just, it is what it is. But yes, so I think funny will work better on TikTok, I think, but I'm going to run both. So just because I say only do funny, it doesn't stop you from doing both and seeing which one works best. And I think, excuse me, I think sentimental will always work, but TikTok is all about getting attention for the people who have accounts there. So the biggest users are like dancers, and those dancers, all they do is they literally do like a 15-second dance, and then people like my daughters, who are smart girls, but they love to be entertained, they go on there and they watch it, they like it, they share it with their friends, they learn the dance. They'll sit there at the dinner table doing their TikTok practice dance, drive me nuts. And I'm like, okay, well, if they're all on there and I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, then I need to advertise there because this is a good opportunity for all of us. And we're the first in here. Like I can't say that enough. We're the pioneers of this. Other online marketers, print on demand people are not doing this yet. They will. You'll start seeing a lot of my training leaking out through all these other guys, which it always does. Actually, that's why I'm glad I haven't been focusing on Facebook in the past little while, because if you notice in all the groups, there haven't really been any new methods coming out. And it's because I stopped putting new methods out to these guys just to see what they do. And sure enough, it's dying off. So anyway, who cares about that? Let's go make some money. I'm pumped, as you guys can tell. This number had better be big. If it's big, getting bigger, and you're not asking for help, that's on you. I'm there to help you as much as you want to get helped. So for the price you're paying, which is peanuts, you better be asking. And if you have a product that you think is going to work, you put it up, it flops, and you're pissed, good, post it. Post the product, post what you did, post what you thought, post everything. You will get help from me. And there's guys on the forums, and these guys too, these lurkers that are doing more money than me, they'll jump in. They will. Okay? I'm going to close it off with that. Just got here. Can you please? Joe. All right. So Joe, Joe just said, I just got here. Can you start over from the beginning, please? All right. So guys, we're going to start over from the beginning for Joe. Sit back. It's going to be another hour and 15 minutes. Or Joe can watch the replay. Good job, Joe. Love it. You made me smile. Okay. I'm going to close off with that. The replay is going to be up soon. Next week, guess what we're going to do? More. In between, what are you going to do? Launch. You're going to get this test number up. You're going to make money. Okay? Let's do this. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you on the forums. See you on the next training. Hey everybody, how you doing today? Give me one if you can hear me and see my screen. So you should see the Gearbubble thing on here. Everybody good, good, good. Awesome. And where are you located? We got quite a few on the call here. That's good. Where you at? I'm in London, Ontario, Canada. As you may or may not know, it's supposed to be, it was 20 degrees yesterday. That was super warm. And today is supposed to be much the same, so it's beautiful here. Finally. London, UK, the real London. Right on. I'm in the fake London. Pittman, New Jersey, Sacramento, California, awesome, Eugene, Oregon. Sweet. All right, so we're going accelerated again because I like it, because I actually get more done. So, and you guys get more done too. So how many did you guys put up in the past 7 days? How many designs? Be honest. Give me a number. How many? 1, 0, 5, 7? Oh, right on. 6, 5. Hey, nice. Any sales? Anybody get sales? No sales? No sales. Okay. So do a couple more. But if you have any in there that you're like, oh man, I really thought this should get a sale, but it didn't, take a screenshot of it. Or if you don't want to show the design, don't, but go to the forums and post and say, here's what I did. Here's who I targeted. Here's all the details. Anything I can tweak or anything I should be doing going forward. Okay. So, I mean, after today's webinar, you're going to know what to do, but actually let's dive right in. So I got a sale on this one. But actually look at the profit from, yeah, they actually lowered the base cost on everything for the Mother's Day run on Gearbubble. So that actually bumped up the profit quite a bit, which is very good. So yeah, you can see the old one was 39, this one's 43 profit per sale, and that's priced at, what are we priced at? 49.95. So a couple things that we can do. So first, we're going to go into our ad account, and we're going to look and see that, yep, it tracks. So we know our tracking is good, but when you look at tracking here, I'm going to show you the first thing. It's not tracking page view, and it's not tracking initiate checkout. It's only tracking, I'm going to go here, this one. It's only tracking the actual purchase. So this part I'm working on, I'm going to work with Gearbubble to see if we can get the code like 100% placed on the pages, on all the pages, like, you know, view, basically page view, initiate checkout. I like to get add to cart too, and then purchase so that we can complete this, but we are tracking the sales. So number one, check, we're good with that. Number two, what we want to do going forward is I'm considering just using like niche pixels for this too. So I'm thinking like a Mother's Day pixel will be good enough. But in this training, I'm going to set up a new one just so you guys, I can reiterate it. I'm going to show you how I do it here anyway. So step one is like check, make sure your pixel works. That's good. Step two is go to reporting. So what we want to do, since we got a sale, it's not major, but we want to see actually where that came from. So you're going to go create a custom report, and then down on the side here, you're going to go campaign name. And then what you want is the metric of gender and age. Okay, so you can only do like 3 metrics in there for the targeting. If you're doing multiple locations, you could do like that location instead. But we want to narrow down the age and gender first. Then you go to metrics, and we need the total cost per click, clicks, CTR, conversions, cost per conversion rate. So those are the basic ones that we want. And then what we're going to do is run this for, well, why don't we do the last 30 days? Or actually, let's do custom. Let's go all of like March. Okay, and then we're going to run an export. Now they only give us 2 formats, XL, SX, which is Excel, and CSV. So we can export that. And then it says it takes a few minutes. Please do not close the window. So I do have one already done. Basically, I didn't use all the all-time date range though, but I did this for the sake of speed. So what I wanted to find was in my campaign, what age group actually got the sale. Okay, so I can see in here, I highlighted it. It's 25 to 34 females got the sale. And look at the cost. like $2.66, but this is like a 1-day report. So I do need the lifetime, which is being done right now. But this gives me a clue as to where to go. So what would I do now to turn this into like a profitable campaign? So I look at this and I go, okay, if my sales are coming here, then what I want to do is take note of that information. Female 25-34 seems to like this. So let's go to my campaign. I'm gonna leave this. Oh, I have to leave it open. Oh crap, I forgot. I was supposed to leave that open. Anyway, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go into the ad group. I'm gonna edit this. Now usually on Facebook and all that stuff, we don't edit ad groups, but on TikTok we're going to. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch this to the best age group, female 25-34. Now our entire budget is going to go there. Save. So what we did was, actually I should edit that name too. So I'm going to go female. There. What I did is I took my data and I read it and I saw where the actual sales coming from, and that's where I want to go. So I'm going to go back to reporting. So I made that adjustment. Now I want to see, did I lose that? Shit, I think I lost it. Hang on. I do want to run the all-time campaign because I want to see data from a longer period just to see how much I actually did spend in there. Then my metrics again. Total, see if that's fine. Clicks, conversion, CPA, CVR. Now let's do CTR too. Okay, run and export. Now I'm gonna leave this window open in on another screen, so I don't lose it this time. I'll come back to that. But the key is we took some data that we had and we looked at it and we made some adjustments. So I'll go into the ads manager from here on this screen. So this campaign, I am going to leave it running, even though it spent like 55 and made like 43. That means it's close. But if you look at the other age ranges that it actually ran in, it just spent money in other age ranges that didn't produce. So that happens, right? I ran male and female, and I ran 25 to like 54. So there was 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So 2 times 6 is like 12 different age categories and genders. I think if I did that right, that it did. That makes sense. So now I've narrowed the focus of the budget to only the profitable one. That's one adjustment I made. I'm going to see if this is going to load here. Here we go. So this one now is thank you for being my mom. And I want to look at this line specifically. So you can see I'm actually very profitable. Female 25-34 on this necklace. Overall lifetime cost me $15.66 to get a sale at a 3.45 conversion rate. Ooh, I'm getting excited now. So look at that. I spent $9 here, didn't get a sale. I spent $9.78 here, didn't get a sale. $6.72 here, didn't get a sale. And then $7.18 here, didn't get a sale. But this one popped off at $15.66 and I got a sale. So that's good to know. Reading the data, looking at what to do next. Now I know on my next product, I should probably just fire it right into the sweet spot, right? And that makes sense that 25-34 is buying. There's a lot of them on there. So the only thing I don't like about TikTok reporting is it doesn't go on the dashboard. It goes onto the Excel sheet, which is kind of clunky, but they're pretty new to this, so I'm sure eventually they'll have all the pretty stuff going on. So now what to do next? Well, I made that tweak, that's running. The other tweak that I made to this, if you'll notice, I increased my budget on it and I increased my bid. So at $30 and a $29.99 bid, which I wasn't getting much traffic. So I went up to $40 and then I put my bid at a penny under my budget, and now I'm getting traffic. So if after my adjustment here of switching it to females 25-34 USA only, if I start getting sales very profitably, I might increase my budget and my bid even more to grab more of that. All right, that makes sense to everybody? So that's what you do when you're troubleshooting. Your basic things are not getting traffic, so you got to increase your budget and your bid, or you're not getting traffic because your ad got disapproved. In our case, the ad was approved, which is good, so we didn't have to worry about that. But if it didn't get approved, then we could submit a ticket to TikTok support and say like, hey, what happened? You know, can you look over it? What do I need to do? They'll tell you. And then we come back in when we get a sale and we make the adjustment on the campaign to narrow down the ad group to only what we want. Now going forward, if I know that females 25 to 34 in the US are buying my necklace, then they'll probably buy other stuff too. So my next campaign, I have two options. I can go wide and come back down again, or I can go right into an area where I know I'm already getting sales. So it just depends on what you do. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to do a mug today. So let's get into that. So I'm going to do just a new pixel for the mug, but I'm going to do like a mom, basically a mom pixel. Let's call it that. So let's create one. Let's call it mom. So all my mom stuff now is going to run through this, and all the research and asking around and speaking to support. I don't see any need on TikTok to do a pixel per product. So I've made that adjustment too. So I'm going to do a mom pixel, and this is for mom products. Okay. So I'm going to manually install the code. This is a good review for everybody too. So I'm going to do standard mode. Next. Now here's the pixel code. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm actually going to put this on a doc. So I have it for future reference, although I don't even really need to. I can always come in and edit this, but I'm going to go here. I'm just going to paste without formatting. There's my pixel. I'm going to call this TikTok pixel moms. All right. So now I got this somewhere stored on the old interwebs, and a complete setup and rules. Now, knowing what I know, I'm going to do custom events, and I know that I can only really do purchase because the others are not working at the time of shooting this video. Speaking to you live, where's my purchase complete payment? So I'm going to call this purchase. Oops, PURs here. Man, Butterfingers, purchase value. This is where if we're doing different products, it's going to be difficult to put a value in there. I don't think we need a value. Actually, I'm going to leave that blank for now. I'm just going to call it once, and I'm going to go next. And then I'm going to put my rules. So it's a destination URL, and it is add a page. So page URL contains, and it's for Gearbubble, it's the word finish. Save, complete. So my pixel set up. It's all ready to go. I didn't do page view. I didn't do like initiate checkout. I didn't do add to cart because on Gearbubble right now, as of shooting this, they don't have that available yet. I'm sure they're going to once I get like hundreds and thousands of people working on Gearbubble. All right. And the same, there's already questions coming from Shine On, like, how do I use TikTok and Shine On? Well, you can't. I mean, you can, but you're flying blind. You can't track anything. So until they make that adjustment, you can't really do anything. We're like pioneers here. All right. So let me show you what I did. I made a nice little one. So I said, okay, my message card actually got a sale. Oops. So this got a sale. Thank you for being my mom. If I had another mom, I'd punch her in the face, go find you. Love, blank. So what I did is I said, okay, I'm going to use word swag in this case. I'm just going to make one. Actually, this is not word swag. How did I make this one? So I can't remember the name of it. I got to look at it. It's an app. You can use like a text app. So it just says, thank you for being my mom. If I had another mom, I would punch her in the face and go find you. Love. And then we're going to put the name there. So this is already saved and ready to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a mug here on Gearbubble. So that's my one. I'm going to copy that. Then I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to go launch traditional. And I'm going to launch a mug. Actually, should we do a camper mug? No, let's just do it. Next step. And I'm going to upload my design, which is D drive challenges 18. There we go. There we go, like that. As big as I can. Make it pretty. And then I'm going to add a text layer. Like so. Oops. Yeah, didn't want to do that. I'm going to delete that text layer. Add a text layer. I just want to drag it down to here to allow them to put their name in there. No, name here, I'm going to put your name. There, that's better. And then for fonts, I can do whatever I want. Maybe I'll do that. That's cool. So we've got a customized mug, same saying. So if I know the sayings work, if I know the saying is working, then I want to take that saying and I want to put it on other products. And I want to run the same targeting. So that if somebody didn't like the message card, if they're like, oh, the necklace is like garbage, I don't want to buy the necklace, blah, 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 that's cool. Maybe you want to buy a coffee mug. Here you go, buy a coffee mug. So when we're doing mugs too, see how we have 11, 15, 11 ounce metallic, 2 color changing, whatever. I'm going to add another style and I'm going to add a 15 ounce. So the 15 ounce, I'm actually going to charge more for it. So being a custom personalized one, I am going to charge like $19.95. And you might be saying, I would never pay $19.95 for a mug. I know a lot of people say that. That's cool. Then you're not my target market. So there are people out there that will pay that for it. So just know that our own personal taste and our own personal ways of thinking and our own personal, the way we buy stuff, doesn't matter. There are segments within the audience of people who will search for the cheapest thing they can find, and that's how they make all buying decisions. And then there's people who will search for, or not search for it, but if it costs a little bit more, they don't care. They'll pay it if they like it. So that those people do exist. Okay, as long as we both agree that there's more than one type of person out there, and there's more than one buyer, and a lot of people chase the low-end buyers, so we can chase a little bit of the higher-end buyers with a $19.95 mug. So, I mean, the real answer to this, does it work, and is Will full of crap, I should probably get rid of that dot. No, I'll leave it in there. Is will it sell? So I'm going to do that. We're going to find out. I'm going to raise the price even more on the 15 ounce, which you'll see me do in a second. So, thank you. Personalized coffee gift mug for mom. And I'm going to say this. Would your mom love this? Answer, yes, she would. Get her one now by completing. All right, type that in already. I copied it from my other one. Enter your name, order this now, give it to your mom. Enjoy making her laugh. Now, I also need this part. Privacy policy, so I need to copy that link. I'm going to put that down here on the bottom. So, privacy policy support at Gearbubble.com. Remember, we need that just to get approved by TikTok. So I highlight that, link, insert link, boom, open a new tab. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay, that's good to go. Category, I don't really need it. I could do family, I could do tags if I wanted, but I'm not really going to use tags because I'm not relying on Gearbubble's internal search at all. I mean, this one's been on there already, but not my design, but another design. So I'll do that. My mom mug. There we go. Now here's where I can raise the price on this because the 15 ounce is bigger, so I want to raise it. So I'll go try that. Yeah, let's try that. So if you want the bigger mug, you're gonna pay more, but I'm gonna make more. Maybe I'll go. Yeah, I'll just do that. 17 profit per sale is cool, but 17 profit per sale means I can't spend as much on this campaign to test it. So I would spend like 50 bucks on a necklace. I might spend like 20 bucks or 30 bucks on a mug. Okay, you can't go to 50 because your profit per sale is not nearly as much, which is why I don't really like doing mugs with with paid traffic. But I'm showing you because I think this thing could go a little bit viral on TikTok. All right, so I'm gonna click that. And I'm gonna click launch, and then I'm just gonna add that pixel before I forget. well, two things. I'm going to remove it from the Gearbubble search network, and then I'm going to add the pixel. Once it's up and running here. So I'm just going to go here, look at it, make sure I did everything right. Make sure it works. Yep, all good. Enter name, enjoy my lab. Oh, there's no space here. I can fix that. Customizable text, 11, 21. Okay, good. That works. Details by now, all good. All right, so now I'm going to go to my account. I'm going to go to settings. Let's open that in a new tab. First thing I'm going to do is go to other, general. I'm just going to remove that. Allow campaign to be searchable in the network. I'm going to remove that so the little spy guys can't see my stuff. And then, I should have done tracking first. I'll X out of this, go back here, do settings again in a new tab. I'll go tracking. I'm going to go third party. That's where I'm going to put my little snippet. Whoop. Copy here, paste. So we know that works. Let's update that. Got tracking installed for TikTok. I don't have an upsell, but I guess I could do an upsell if I wanted. Maybe I could do an upsell to the message card. Yeah, why not? Let's do an upsell. Yep. Let's do this. All right. Turn a discount on. Let's put that at 20% off. So we're upselling to a more expensive product, but might as well. This could be a way to sell coffee mugs to make them profitable. So sell the quote on there. I only put it on one side. You could put it on the back if you wanted. And then they're going to get upsold to this right away after they buy. So that might work, because if I'm making 17 here, 43 here, holy crap, that's like a $60 profit per sale. That will give me tons of room to run ads. Not everybody will take the upsell, but still. All right, so let's grab a picture of this. And let's put it into our folder. And then we can also grab more pictures. If we go to add photos, choose new image, we'll do square. We got all these ones. So maybe I'll do this one, download, save images, we'll put that one in there. And I'll go here and I'll change it to, what else we got? Pencil one, that's cool. Or maybe just that one. I don't know. Let's do, I don't know, pencil one, sure. And download, save images. So we got 3. That's good enough. We only really need 3 for our video. So we've got pixel created, product launched, pixel placed, upsell attached. Now let's create our video. So how are we going to create a video? Well, I'm going to use InVideo. I'm going to do it super quick because I'm just going to edit an existing product. So remember this one? Well, this one actually got sales, right? So I'm going to do a dupe and I'm going to edit it. So duplicate at 9:16 ratio. And if you don't want to do your videos, don't do them. Get somebody else to do them. That's fine. So first step, let's upload my assets. Upload media. 1, 2, 3. Open. Then we'll start swapping out the images. The cool part is we know the video works too. So that is very cool. Let's put a nice little, the first one we'll put like a human on there. There's 3 dots, which folder. All right, so let's get rid of this. Let's add this. I think I'm gonna go. Well, that's interesting. I like it. Yeah. Let's change this to white. Or we could even do a little trick. No, let's change it to white. There's colors, text color. Make that white. That'll be our first one. Here's the scene. Now we'll put this. Oh, actually, that's already there. Ah, nice. And no, is that the one? I'm so confused. Thank you for yeah. If I had another mom, okay, that's right. Put your face and find you. And then, so really, I mean, we're laughing because all we really need to do is swap out images. So what's the next one we want to put in? Let's put in this one. Okay, it takes a sec. And then let's play that. Okay, now we are in this background. Yep, let's get rid of that background. Get rid of that background. And let's put in this one. So I clicked it, and then it takes a second to pop over. So if you're using it in video, just give it a second to catch up to what you're doing. Now that doesn't fit the whole thing, but is that an issue? No, because what we'll do is we'll move the text around a little bit. So we'll put that down there, and then we'll change that to black. So now that looks a little weird. So let's do a, what can we do here? Colors. Oh yeah, box. Here we go. Let's do this. Then we'll turn up the opacity. Make that look like a pro did it, even though we did it in like 2 seconds. And you know what? Why don't we just make that the full size? And then let's see what that looks like. Oh, all right, so let's go back. So we got a 20-second video done in like no time flat. I don't know if you guys can hear that music bopping, but there we go. And I just noticed I had my name on that one. Damn it, I meant to put your name. So that one is blank. This one says Will. And that's blank. Okay, I'm gonna follow my own advice. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction every time. So yeah, I screwed up. I don't care, I'm launching it. Download and share. Export. Now I'll move that to another screen while it's doing it. It'll take a second. So I mucked it up, but maybe that will do better. Who knows? Or they're gonna know my name's Will. Oh no, what am I ever gonna do? So I'm gonna take some questions while that's rendering, and then we're gonna complete the campaign. So, sorry, this is a random question, but when running an ad, do we send the traffic directly to Gearbubble, or do we need to set up a separate shop? You have options. I'm going direct to Gearbubble, and if you notice, I'm not even using a customized domain. So Gearbubble now has the ability to use a white label domain, which means you can go buy a domain. It could be like Bob's Gift Shop, and then it would say bobsgiftshop.com up here, and it looks like your own store. It doesn't look like Gearbubble's at all, which has some advantages because you can build a brand, and you could send traffic directly from TikTok to bobsgiftshop.com, and nobody would ever know that you're using Gearbubble. The logo would change too. It wouldn't say Gearbubble anymore. That's called a white label domain, and you can certainly do that. I'm setting up white label domains, but I can't give out the white label domain because I'll be followed and tracked and copied in a heartbeat. So I can't really give that one away. But this, like all the stuff you're seeing as I'm doing it live on the training, is really directly in TikTok or on the domain itself. So I'm not doing anything fancy. I just kept it right in there. So you'll see in a second, once this thing renders, how we actually go about. Oh, what are you doing? Well, this is rendering. Email you. Come on, render. Stuck. I'm gonna put this in another window, maybe that'll help it. Come on, render. There's my old one. There's a t-shirt. I think that was just me messing around. Render. Seems to be stuck. I'm gonna hit reload. Show you what I'm doing. Come on. You can do it. That's not good. My video is stuck. Okay, I'll move that over here. Go back over here. All right, so while that's stuck, I really would like to download that. Try. All right, it says it's rendering. So I'm going to show you one other little trick here. So Gearbubble has all these custom, like, well, not custom, but generic, just looking mock-ups. That's the word I was looking for. So we can do other mock-ups too. Using, I don't know if I did this. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. All right, so let's just go to place it. Hang on. I'm gonna show you where you can get some pretty cool mock-ups. So there is a place called Place It. Placeit.net, that's it. And in here, I log in. There we go. So now I can search for mock-ups. I got all these mock-ups. Hoodies, phone cases, for Facebook ads, for hats, for everything. Where's mugs? Mugs. And then in here, it's super cool. So check this out. If I upload the image, then I can use any of these that I want. For the one that I like here. Oh, you can do, yeah, mixed, best-selling, newest, free, boy, girl, man, woman, adult, kids, senior, youth, Asian model, black model, Hispanic model, Indian model, white model, 20 ounce, 24, 20 ounce, 30 ounce, 8x10, all over, sublimated, all these different things that you can actually put your mug on. So if I go all over, let's go this one. So if I insert an image, upload from your device, here's my image. Good, crop. That's it. So I can put my image on any of these that I want, which is super cool. So I can, if you're ever thinking like, oh, I want some mock-ups that are not like, that are different, right, than everybody else out there, then use Placeit, and you can actually get these mock-ups very easily. And they work very well. So let's go back to mock-ups. There's a place to upload everything. It was showing all these. Like there was a way to upload it somewhere here. It would just start showing. Super easy. Sell mugs and incredible mockups. Trying to find it. And yeah, I'm basically just trying to stall for time so this stupid video renders. I can't remember how I did that now. There's a way to look at like all of these at once. Yeah, graphic to say draft. I didn't want that thing. Get rid of that. Anyway, you can do this on all these, and there is a way to get them to show on all of them, and I can't remember how, but like, if you want to stand out and you want something different, then you can use Place It, and you can find all these different ones. Maybe now if I go, I'll do it now. I have 528 of them. Yeah, so if you want a person holding it, let's say a woman. Actually, you want her holding your mug. Okay, I'm just gonna do this and then I'm gonna go back to video. That actually put it, oh, you can change the mug color too. Right? So if you're thinking, man, does anybody else have that mock-up of a mug on shown on an ad or even on like TikTok? Nope, they don't. So that's very custom. So this is how you can make your stuff really pop and stand out. All right, I'm gonna check on this. Which unfortunately is stuck. So I'm going to have to, let's try if I edit, then download again. Download, share, export. Not sure why it's doing this, but I'm gonna have to go with a dummy video and switch it out later. Something's wrong with InVideo, it's stuck. We're live, so I'm not gonna make you wait any longer. So let's assume that we have the right video that we just did, and it's downloaded to our computer. So now let's go to TikTok. Let's go to dashboard, or sorry, campaign. And let's make another one. So let's call this campaign. I'll show you how I'm going to advertise this one. So I would love it if we could do like a duplicate of campaigns, but I don't see any way to do that. Besides exporting, no, there's no way to do that. So we do have to actually just create another one. So I'm going to start with the title though. Basically this part, I'm just going to edit it. All right, so let's go create. We're going to do an auction. We're going to do conversions. Oh, new structure. What's this? Send more people to your destination on your website or app. In the new ads creation structure, the promotion URL, display name, profile image, and tracking URLs have been moved from the ad group level to the ad level. Interesting. I'm going to do conversions. Here's our name. Let's go paste. Let's delete that part. And let's make this campaign number 5. Now let's go to Gearbubble. Just grab this. Copy. Click here. Paste. That way I know exactly what it is. Budget. This is what I didn't do last time. You can do daily or lifetime. So I'm just going to do daily. It has to be $50 a day. Continue. And then in here, we're going to name this. Because I might as well use my good data, right? I know they bought something, so I'm my hunch is they'll buy more. So let's click this. Let's use our mom pixel. Let's optimize for complete payment. Now, under placement type, select placement, remove those other ones. Although I am going to test these apps too, because who knows? But right now, I just wanted to show on TikTok, and I do have comments and video download on. I'm inconclusive as to whether shutting these on or off works better, so I'm just going to leave them on. My gut says leave it on, and then people will like comment it and download the video or do whatever they want with it. Because really, I'm just going to make more sales. So I don't know. I think that will work best. Nobody can really copy me directly like another marketer because they can't make that same design unless they just did the screen grab thing. I don't know. Automated creative optimization. We're not going to bother with that. So audience-wise, what we have, we're going to skip that because we don't need any demographics. I'm going to X out of Canada, and I am going to select the USA. And I'm going to do females 25-34. So I'm cutting out all the other ones for this. Now, if this works this time, I might do another ad group, and I might do females 35-44 or females 18-24 to test it. But for now, I know this is kind of the sweet spot for this based on my data, my limited data, but data nonetheless. So I'm not going to do any interest in behaviors. I'm not going to do any of that. Select a time period to include actions from. I don't need that because I'm not using behaviors. Basically going wide open except for the demographics. And here I know that I need to start higher because I need to bid higher. So we'll run this all day. We could do day parting too. So let's think of this. And I actually should have looked at that and saw like when the sale actually happened. I'm going to test something right now. So I am going to do day parting. I'm going to say, you can select the day of the week and the hour. So I'm going to run a test, and I'm going to say like 1600 is 4 o'clock. That's 5 o'clock. So I'm going to say every day. Well, yeah, every day from 2100 is what? Brain fart. Myself. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. 9. Okay, so let's go like this. Oops. So 1800, which is 4 o'clock. No, 6 o'clock. My math sucks. And then 2100, which should be 9 o'clock, but I'm going to run it to 2200, which is 10 o'clock. So I'm going to run this from 6 o'clock in the evening until 10 o'clock at night. Now, thinking of this age group though, 25-34, yeah, there might be late night TikTok users on there too. So you know what, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna run it from 6 o'clock to midnight every night of the week. This is gonna be my test. Because I figure early in the morning, you know, a 25 to 34-year-old woman is sleeping, and then they get up, and then maybe they go to their job, or they're working remote, so they're not really playing on TikTok. But if they are playing on TikTok, they're not going to be able to buy because they're probably at work. So then when they get home after dinner, then they're on their phone, sitting on the couch, watching TV or whatever they're doing, playing with their family. Well, 25, 34, they might have kids too. So maybe the kids go to bed at like 8, and then they start going on, or as they're putting them to bed, waiting for them to fall asleep, they're sitting in a chair. So this is all stuff that goes through my head. So I'm thinking, why not just run a test on day parting with this group that I know works. Now, if this doesn't work, then I'll know, I leave it wide open. But I have a feeling that this is going to work because of TikTok and the way that it operates. So I'm going to run a test because I love to run tests from basically 6 in the evening till midnight every night of the week and see how that works. Now, Saturday and Sunday might be different, but I'm going to try it anyway. Optimization goal is conversion. I'm going to put my bid at a penny under my budget. because I know this 40, 39, 99 combination works. And I'm gonna click next. I really wish this freaking ad would load. I don't know why it got stuck. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to redo this. Which is annoying. But at the same time, I do have a backup plan because that other product did work, so I could just run that. So I'm gonna upload my old video because I don't have my new video and I can't keep you guys on this training for like 6 hours while I contact TikTok or in video and try and get a response, or however long it takes. So if I downloaded the mug video, I will be uploading that. But since I don't have the mug video, I'm gonna go with this one. Oops, I guess I'm not gonna go with that one. This one. There it is. So this is a mom template. Wait, where's my other one? Make sure I got the right one. I'm gonna download it again from here. Showing folder on my other screen. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. Just downloads that one. D drive. Downloads. That one. Open. There we go. So pretend this is my mug video, not my message card video. Although this could work for message cards too, because all I did was take the winning age range and gender, and I just put it on a night shift, basically. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, so this should be my mom one, but it's not. All right. So display name. So if you have your own domain, I would just put your own domain in there. And then text. Or you know what, let's say. Change it to that. And instead of learn more, I'll do shop now. And then the URL. I'm gonna have to go back to this one. I'm gonna have to go with this for now, just because. Company, yep. I don't have the video yet because something got stuck. Not gonna do a profile image, not gonna bother with the tracking stuff, but I'm ready to go now. Checking here. Oh, 79% now, you bugger. So here, look at this. Something is up within video. They're taking forever. I don't know what's happening, but I'm not going to make you guys wait. So I know this will get approved, and maybe I'll just run this as a test for this one. So I'm going to edit the name of this to suit the old one, so I don't get confused. And here, and then I'll like so. I'm going to call it 4-2. For this one, so I know what's going on. There. Oh, change the date too. There. Continue. All right, now I know what's going on with that, and then I can go back. I'm at 80% on the in video now. So now they do it. Oh, you guys suck. All right, well, basically, I'm just going to repeat the process that I just did identically. I'm not going to do it in front of you guys, but I'm going to use this video instead of the one that I just uploaded. That took forever. I wasn't expecting it to take that long. So we've got our next campaign. In this case, it's just the night version of the message card, but I'm going to create that other campaign, number 5, for the mug, identical to this night version of the message card. So the only difference is going to be the video is going to be for the mug, and the URL is going to go to the mug URL. So I hope that's not too confusing, but in video they took forever, so they really mucked things up there. And now in video, it was trying to do the render of the other one too. Funny, they're at 5% on the original one. Okay, so where are we at now? So let's summarize what we did. We looked at troubleshooting, and well, the basic troubleshooting is right here on the ad group. If you come into here, make sure you hit reload or refresh here. this works. But make sure your date range is set. So I like to go lifetime, or you could go today, but make sure it's showing today, because there are instances where you'll launch it here on the 24th, say, and then you'll come in on the 25th, but you forgot to change the date range, and you'll look at the impressions are 0. And that's not going to help you because you're looking at data from yesterday and not today. So this is a common mistake that I've made a couple times now, because when I hit reload, it doesn't reload to today. You have to manually change it on the date range. So just make sure that you got that. Second, so if your impressions are 0, then you're going to edit your budget. You're going to go up by 10 bucks, and you're going to increase your bid by a penny under your budget. So if it's 30 over here, it's $29.99 over here. So I don't think there's much rhyme or reason to this. Honestly, I think I don't think there's much with the bid until you get into gigantic numbers. Like if we had $1,000 daily budget, and then I'm running at $39.99 bid, I might be actually lowering that bid a little bit more. So that would work much the same as manual bidding on Facebook would do. That's your troubleshooting. That'll get your campaign going, give it a little kickstart. But then look at your ad status too. And if it says like not delivering an in review, well, there's the answer to the question of why don't I have impressions? So finally, when you do have something that gets the sale, you want to go to reporting, and you want to run that report that I showed you so that it looks like this. So you have this data, and then you can look at the gender and the age is the basic start that you're going to look at. So in this case, we discovered that females 25-34 are they're buying that message card. So we took that information and we kept our campaign running, but we tweaked it to run female 25-34 only. We kept the existing campaign, we just tweaked the settings, which we're not used to doing from Facebook, but we're going to see how TikTok handles it. I think they'll be fine with it as well. We then took the same quote and we put it on a new product. So we did that on the coffee mug, and then we launched that. And then we actually tacked on another experiment where we ran it during the evenings only, just to see if that's going to boost our performance at all. So it's a constant game of this is the art side, right? Where you go, okay, well, I wonder if this will work. And then you test it. Then when it works, you're good. You have another method that you can use. When it doesn't work, that's fine. Just move on to the next. So one caveat too is you have to adjust your test budget. So for a necklace, we have like from Gearbubble, right? We can see how much we make. It's like $43 on this one when we get a sale. Whereas on the coffee mug, it's 17. So that's a huge difference in profit generated from one sale. Not net profit, but like gross profit, I guess. So you have to make the adjustment to your testing too. If you're going to go the mug route, you're going to test with less money. So instead of $50 per test, maybe it's 20, maybe it's 25. You got to get a quick hit in order to get mugs to work. And mugs basically I'll tell you right now, they're very difficult to get profitable with paid traffic. Mugs are much easier to get profitable on free traffic because the paying for traffic side is gone. So if I were to do anything or make any suggestion, go for like free traffic for mugs. So I'm doing it because I'm stubborn and I'm a glutton for punishment. But if you're running paid traffic for the first time and you're like, oh, I really want to do mugs, I wouldn't go down that road. I would go with something that has a high profit margin, or you got to charge like $40 for a mug, which nobody's ever going to pay. Not even in my world of different buyers have different things that they look for. Okay. So there are a couple of questions coming in. Oh, try closing the tab and go back into in video. Yeah, it's weird. There's just some delay. It actually did both videos now. But it took like, what, 20 minutes? That was brutal. I've never seen it take that long. Maybe it's no, I don't think it's my connection. I think that's on their end. Maybe they're getting overloaded with people. How often would you check your report for troubleshooting? So, good question. For the reporting side of for troubleshooting, it's every morning. I'm going to go in and look at my campaigns. I'm going to make sure everything's okay. So to me, everything's okay when I have impressions and I have sales, right? So if I have impressions, then I know that everything's okay. If my CPM. There it is. Say my CPM here, which is beautiful at $3.75. That's awesome. That's super cheap. 50 cents a click. I'll take that all day. Like all day. That is the cheapest clicks you're ever going to find. And they're actually converting too, so that's even better. So if these numbers, cost per click, CPM, and impressions are all in line, then I'm good. Now, if this CPM jumped to like 20, or remember in the other one, it went to like 100, 130, 117 after I added some money, then I need to pause that campaign. So if you see this CPM just go out of whack for whatever reason, they still haven't figured it out, by the way. They don't know what happened, but my CPM jumped from like, I can't remember what it was. I got a ticket into them. It was 5 or 6, and it jumped to like 117 or 130. I can't remember the exact number. But when it did that, because I had checked it that morning, I actually paused it. Because I'm not going to be blowing money at $130 CPM rate. You'll never make a penny that way. So I don't know, there's a glitch in their system, so keep an eye on it every morning. If you see a glitch, shut it off. Like a massive glitch, like a CPM jump like that, shut it down. If things are going okay, good, keep it going. If you want to add a new one, good, keep it going. Within the first, I'll launch that coffee mug after I'm done this webinar, and then basically I'll check it later this afternoon. Well, I won't have anything until tomorrow, because it's only going to run during the evening in this case, but tomorrow morning I'll go in and I'll check it. And I'll make sure that my CPM is okay, my impressions are okay, that means my bid's okay, that means my budget's okay, that means my ad got approved and all that good stuff. So I check everything daily in the morning at minimum and just run through, just checking on stuff, just making sure everything's good to go. I think that's it for, yeah, we're at 11 o'clock. Okay. So everybody good with that? So you know how to basically expand on things when you do find a winner. Now, troubleshooting too involves when you don't find a winner. And that's where you've run like 5 or 10 of these and you're just not getting anything. Like if you ran 5 tests and you look at your click-through rate and you look at your clicks, right? And your click-through rate, if this is super low, if your CTR is super low on all your tests, it means that the people that you're targeting don't like your design because they're not even clicking it. So that could be the design, it could be the video, it could be your targeting. So there's multiple things that could be going wrong there, but I would run 1 and then look at your CTR. If it's super low, then you know that you have to adjust something. So maybe you can't use that same video because people aren't responding to it. Maybe you need to go with a whole different style of video. Maybe the mock-ups that you're using aren't working. So maybe you have to go to, like, if you're doing mugs, go to Place It and get some fresh faces on your images in your videos. Maybe that'll work. Maybe the quote that you're using is played out. Which brings me to another thing. Over the years, I've been training people like, go here and find the quote, and go here and find the quote, go here and find the quote. Now, make your own version of the quote, which is what I did, and it's working. But the best way to actually get sales and to make money is to be unique and be first to market. So being unique means putting out stuff that people haven't seen before. And being first to market means you're putting that unique stuff out to people first. So you're not picking up scraps. So with this particular quote, I think that little rule that I just said is actually out the window with TikTok because the people on TikTok haven't seen all this stuff yet. But if we took the same thing and tried to run it on Facebook, it's probably not going to work because there's been you and about 100 or 200 or 300 other marketers who have been pushing that thing for like 2 or 3 years. So stuff runs its course and it gets old and it gets boring and people have seen it so many times that they're just like, ugh, I don't even care anymore. Right? So there's a lot of quotes that are out there that people continue to recycle with new designs, but your time would be better spent building your own phrases, making your own. So that's something that you can apply here. For TikTok, it doesn't matter as much because the people haven't seen them, but on Facebook, people have seen them a million times. I missed the first few minutes. What was that Excel sheet you just showed? Okay, so when you go back through, you'll see how to create this report. This is a report from TikTok, and it's just showing where the sale came from so that I can narrow down my gender and my age going forward with my other tests. So in my case, I narrowed it down, and then I put the quote on a new product too, a coffee mug. That's all that is. It's a little clunky with like I mentioned before. I wish that they would have this just like on the dashboard in some pretty format, but they're not there yet. So like I said, we're like pioneers. So if they could do, where's my dashboard? Oh, I'm on it. It's early. I need more coffee. All right, so I'm going to end with that. I will keep you posted on how this one does. So I'm going to launch number 5, exactly identical to this 4-2, except the video and the URL are going to be to the coffee mug instead of the message card. And I'm going to continue launching other products too. I can't show you my other account because I'll get copied to death, but this stuff does work. So I'll just tell you that. And like I said, I'm just going to close with this. If you are stuck, if it's not working, post, because I said this last time too, and you know how many people posted products? 0. So nobody. So if I'm reaching out to you and saying I will effing help you if you let me, then you have to take advantage of that. So I'm going to leave it at that. I can't force you to. You know, you guys are going to do what you're going to do. But if I make that offer and 0 people take me up on it, okay, it's out of my hands now. It's on you. So I'm just going to leave that with you. I mean, you got to take responsibility for it. I'll help you as much as you want to be helped. So go to the forums and post the stuff that didn't work. What do you have to lose? If you did a design and it didn't work, you didn't sell it anyway. So let's dissect it. Let's figure out what happened. Let's see if we take, like, sometimes it's just one little thing that could switch it from a loser to a winner. So take advantage of that. All right. I'm going to leave that. Can you put the Excel sheet on the website? My sheet isn't going to matter to you because this is like my campaigns. But I showed you how to generate it for your stuff. I mean, I could, but it's not going to matter. You can do it too. Go to reporting, do exactly what I did. You're good to go. You got to spend money to make money, right? So go spend some money so we can make some and get some help. All right, I'm going to leave with that. You guys have a great day. And next one, we're going to do more on the accelerated version of the training. So we'll see you next week. Go launch a bunch, get some help, and get some sales. Post in the success section. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Hey everybody, welcome to training number 3 of 3 for challenge number 18, I think. How's everybody doing? Give me 1 if you can hear me and see my screen okay. You should see my Gearbubble account. Should be able to hear me. And let me know where you're at. I think I recognize a lot of you. There's Lynn. I think we just emailed on that Control Plus thing. Pittman, New Jersey. Sacramento, California. What else we got? We got a few people on here. That's good. Excellent for a Thursday. It is -2 today in London, Ontario, Canada. And apparently, the government of my province is about to announce that we're going into a lockdown for 28 days starting Saturday. So fun times. Yay. So the kids might not be going back to school after they already moved March break to April. And I think they did it so they could lock it down for a month. So crazy times we're in. But anyway, what that usually means is actually sales go up during lockdowns because people are at home. So for me, I'm fine with it. I work at home anyway. Doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, stay in the bunker, get some work done. Exactly, right? I guess. How long we're going to be in this friggin' bunker, who knows? But all right, so let's do a quick review of what we've done so far. Go to TikTok. Oh, here we go. This is a new one. So how Apple's iOS 14 policy may affect your ads. Notes that will impact how we receive and process app conversion events due to Apple's new policies. You want to deliver ads to iOS 14 traffic on track conversion events. There are certain limitations. Oh, great. Yay. God damn. Well, that figures. All right. So they're just warning people about Apple's little thing. My thoughts about this and Apple's policies is Apple wants to create their own ad network. So they're trying to wipe out all the competition. That's my gut feeling. I don't know about you guys, but why else would Apple care? Apple tracks, like, when you fart at night, like, they track that on the phone. So why would they all of a sudden care if Facebook's tracking you or TikTok's tracking you or Google's tracking you? They don't. It's all about money, and it's all about them launching their own ad network. That's all it is. So, I mean, that's cool if they launch their own for me, because I'm like, good, then we get away from Facebook permanently. I'm happy with that because Facebook's been driving me nuts. I don't know about you guys, but performance is such the worst roller coaster I've seen in probably 3 years lately on Facebook. So I'm kind of like, I don't give up, but man, it is frustrating to use Facebook right now. So that's why we're here. Anyway, on that one we did, so we started out with a funny one to kind of everyone, and then we narrowed down the focus, and then the actual traffic stopped for a bit because my bid was apparently too low. The second one, week 2, what we did was a coffee mug, and it was the exact same quote, but we put it on a coffee mug. And actually the ad got disapproved because they didn't like the phrase punch her on the coffee mug because they said it was like voyeurism or something like that. So they wouldn't run it and they wouldn't approve it. Even when I appealed, I didn't mention that I've been running a necklace like message card with the exact same thing the whole time. But so I was getting sales on the message card, but the funny thing, didn't really even get the coffee mug running, didn't even bother appealing it because I didn't want to go through the potential loss of a TikTok ad account right off the hop, right? So what I'm doing is I'm circling back. So I want to give you guys options because what works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. So now I'm going to go back today, and I'm going to go back kind of old school with TikTok, go into more of what I know, like my bread and butter is, which is the mushy stuff. So I was going to circle back to this anyway. So we've done a funny message card. We've put it on a coffee mug. Today we're going to do a mushy message card. So you guys know how to research stuff. I mean, it's been done to death. You go to Etsy, you go to Google, you go wherever to find all these quotes, put them together. I even taught you guys how to come up with your own quotes. That's good. One great resource that I'm going to show you where I found the one that I'm going to put on is actually Facebook. When you're on Facebook and you're looking, sometimes people will just post quotes and then they'll get like 1 million reactions and 1 million comments. Not 1 million, literally, but a bunch of them, right? So those quotes that people put on Facebook are things that we can take and we can slap it on a message card or something else and get it to work that way. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you this. I was on Facebook actually yesterday, and this came up. So one of my friends posted this, and this was like 30 seconds after she posted it, and she tagged her mom, and it just said, "The more I grow, the more I realize that my mom is the best friend that I ever had. P.S. I love my mom." Whatever, girl from Paris Tumblr, I guess that's where she got it. But it instantly got like 26 likes and hearts and all that, and people were starting to comment and all that stuff. So I'm like, ooh, okay. If something like that is working and people are reacting that way, that's a potential winner. So all I need to do now is take this message and slap it on a message card, put it up on Gearbubble, and run some ads to it on TikTok as a test. It's really that easy. So that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to use this one, which I've never used before, but it's mushy, and because of the reaction that we're getting, I think it'll work. So I'm going to drag this over here so I can see it while I do my design. Like I said, for the design, I'm going back to Mushy Root, Mushville, because why not? So here we go. So I'm going to show you this too. I got this off of Fiverr. So I had somebody do up a message card on Fiverr, and I bought the Photoshop file. So now I can edit this file. So because I already have this pretty flower crap going on here, I say crap, but it's good stuff. And this little artistic little square thing, it's just a Photoshop file that I bought. So now I'm going to go. So it already says, "Dear Mom," and I'm going to click here. I'm going to go to text. You can use Photopea too. Is that how you pronounce it? Photopea. It's like an online Photoshop now. Anyway, the more I grow, the more I realize that you are, say I change mom to you, or you is, no you are the best friend that I ever had. And then we'll go do we go I love you or I love you, mom? The more I realize that you're the best friend I ever had. I love you. We could even do it like this if we wanted. But we don't have to. But I'm going to put it on here because we're doing a Mother's Day one. So maybe we could tie this a better little. So, and then I can kind of hit the move tool here and just hit the down arrow and move it down. Dear mom, the more I grow, I'm just checking my spelling, the more I realize that you are the best friend that I ever had. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. There. So based on this, we come up with this on a message card. And then we're just going to save this. Oh, not open as. Save that. Save as. D drive. Challenges. 18. New. Well, what do we call this one? The more I grow. Message card. Okay. Dear mom, the more I grow. And then we'll export that as a PNG. We're in the right folder. Yep, all good. Now let's go to here. Let's launch this puppy. Go to a message card, next step. And what do we want to do? What are you guys thinking? Hearts, interlocking hearts. Compass. Let's try this. All right, I'll do a female. The price is at that. Oh yeah, by the way, right now Gearbubble's running a special. So they're taking a lot off the base cost for you, which is awesome. So at $49.95, it's only $2.95 to produce it. So actually $47 to sale. That's $39. $37. I'm gonna go $49. There you go. Okay, upload design, upload graphic. Go to your folder. See how this fits. Like that. There, I kind of stretched it out a bit. I hope that fits right. We're about to find out. Checking my spelling one last time. You're the best friend. Is that right? I think so. Oh, nice. Fits like a beaut. Love it. Dear mom, my best friend. Message card, gift box, and necklace. All right. Then the usual, would your mom love this as a Mother's Day gift? Now later, if we want to evergreen this, we can change that to, would your mom love this as a gift? Just remove Mother's Day. Yes, she would. We guarantee this will bring a tear to her eye. Get her this now and show her how much she means to you. There. Now, don't forget the old privacy policy and support. So privacy policy support at gearbubble.com, and then I think it's /policy for sure. Oh yeah, there we go. Go back here, highlight privacy policy, and link there. New window. Okay. Set our time to 10 p.m. And best test? No. Best mom. There we go. Boop, hit that. And launch. Then what we're going to do while that's launching, remember your pixel, TikTok pixel mums on your Google Doc? You're going to need that. So this is in training number 2. This is where we got it. So we don't even have to go back into TikTok to create another one because we know we got it right here. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go to here. Just have a look. Ooh, that looks good. I like it. Very, very nice. So let's see these images. As we need 3 of them, right? The more I grow, save. That one. Save. Save. That one. Save. Save. Could use that one. Why not? Save. All right, so we got that. Now let's go to my account. Wait, my account. Let's go to settings. I'm going to open this in a new tab. I'm going to go to tracking pixels, third party, paste, update. Okay, it's in there. I'm going to go to other, general, and we're done. Check that. Allow campaigns to be searchable. Update. And now we're getting ready to tee off here with this one. Just check my spelling again because my spelling's horrible. Would your mom love this as a gift, as a Mother's Day gift? Yes, she would. We guarantee this will bring a tear to her eye. Get this now. Ensure how much she means to you. Blah, blah, blah. Privacy policy, details, good to go. All right, now let's go into here. And we're going to try something a little bit different. Oh no, we need our video. Better get this done now because it seems to take forever. So let's go to projects. And we could do a new one, or we could just do a dupe of this guy. So let's do a duplicate and edit like we always do. Hopefully this one doesn't take 25 minutes to actually come out. So let's go here. What's this? Pinch to zoom is available on the timeline. Touch 2 fingers on the trackpad. If you're using a mouse, hold down the control key while using the mouse wheel. Okay. Well, I don't want to do that. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, it works. All right, so let's go here. Now, why is this preview showing the wrong preview? Maybe it wasn't. All right, let's upload some files. Upload media. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open. Use your uploads. Wait no more for your media to get fully uploaded. Press upload. Drag the media and start using it immediately. Okay. If you insist. Now, where'd you go? There you are. All right, let's go down here, drag this over. What is this thing? Some background. I remove that. Bring that to the front. Okay, logo. Well, let's just make that smaller. So what I want to do is get rid of this thing and bring this to the front, which element is this? There we go. So just drag and drop when in doubt. All right, perfect gift for your mom. And let's remove this element completely. Trying to select this logo. Don't want to add a logo. Okay, so that's media 4. Just throwing my curveball at me here. I do not want a logo. Ah, go away. Logo. No. No logo. No logo. Turn it off. Get lost. Okay, let's click over here. Click back. I will figure this out. Edit. Element. Oh, maybe it's locked. Okay. Okay, I don't know how to get rid of this logo, but that sucks. They're really annoying me. Okay, let's just try this. Don't really want that there. Oh, now I can drag it. You guys suck. Get lost. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna just select this. Then I'm gonna hide it down here. So if I can find it. Maybe now I'll go back, bring this to the front. Logo, get lost. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know why they would do that. Freaking annoying, but anyway. I'm human. Okay, so dear mom, the more. Let me delete this. Get this back over here. The more. Dear mom, the more I grow. I realize. They're my best friend. Thursday. There we go. Oh, there's a mouthful. All right, again, it's the logo crap. So the logo is what here? Drag that down. There. I'll just hide it. Easy peasy. Now here, so I gotta remove this one. Oh, leave the wrong thing. Okay, that's cool. Leave the right thing. That's super annoying. So they're forcing me to add a logo that I don't even want to add. So just drag it down on the right to the bottom layer. And I guess that'll be good enough because who knows why they're doing that, but they are. And now my mock-up stuff. Take this one right here. Okay, and then we'll go bigger. Get her this. Sentimental. There. Now text-wise, I think we're like this, right? Because on the bottom on TikTok, I can't read it. So we'll switch that up too. Make it look like the first one a little bit. And then the final one. She will love getting this from you. Get her this now. Okay. Do that. And then the logo on the right. Drag it down to the bottom layer. And then let's try this one. Kind of like that. There we go. Good enough for me. All right, let's play the whole thing. Play scene. Oh no. Not the whole thing. There. Oh, there's little like stars flowing. I didn't even notice that. The more I grow, the more I realize you're the best friend I ever had. Okay. Good. Good enough for me. I don't think I made spelling errors. Anybody see any? There's an X at the top of the logo to click and it goes away. Oh, okay. Alrighty. So you can hit the X and it'll go away, or just drag the layer down. Now, let's cross our fingers that this actually renders within. Oh, that's Netflix. So I'm going to leave this open over here while we're working. And then I'm going to go back to TikTok and I'm going to go create my campaign. So now, what I'm going to try is something different. So conversions is what I'm usually doing. And what I've been researching is that reach and traffic are actually things that we can experiment with, and they're a little bit cheaper. So I think that I'm going to try traffic today because I have been getting results with it. So I'm going to try it. It's just basically trying to get more people to your website, which is what I want anyway, right? So instead of conversions, we're going to do a little bit different. This campaign is going to look a little bit different anyway. So let's call this number 3. Continue. I don't know why you're doing that. 3-01. And then we'll go, oh, it's April Fool's. Come on. 21. And then the name. Pull this like we always do. Copy. Paste. We're going to do a budget. I've been forgetting to do that, but we're going to do $50 Canadian. Now this split test too you can do. Test ad groups against each other to understand which strategies give you the best result. Your reach will be divided among your ad groups for accuracy. So we're going to turn that on too. And targeting our creative, we're going to use targeting. So after you create the split test, 2 test ad groups will automatically be created. Cool, right? I mean, we could do this on our own too. But we're going to try their split test because why not? I've been tinkering. Hopefully I get this right. Oh my God, it actually loaded. It's a miracle. All right, let's download this baby. Then we'll do show in folder. And Bob's your uncle. We got her. Sweet. All right. Love it. Okay, go back here. That's way faster than last time, right? Man. All right, so let's go. This one will be, let's go with number 1. Use the TikTok pixel to track it. Select the pixel, mom, event, complete. So we're still tracking even though it's traffic. We're going to select the placement, only TikTok. And we're going to leave comments on, leave videos on. Now we got A and B for targeting. So for targeting, we're going to go, wait, I could target Canada now? I didn't think I could do that. Well, damn. Let's do Canada versus USA. What do you think? I was going to do actually a little bit deeper, but I might still do deeper. That threw me because I didn't think we could do Canada. Okay, so now here's my message card, right? Right here. So you got to think. 18 to 24. Maybe on the tail end of that, I think the females, based on my experience with teenage daughters, mom is not, sometimes with a few of them, mom is like, yeah, best friend. Other times like, oh, mom sucks. So I'm going to wait till they're a little bit older and they come back down to earth sometimes and they're a little bit more appreciative of their mom. So I'm going to go older. So I'm going to go 25 to 34. I'm not going to do males at all on this. And I'm not going to go too old because once you get too old, it just doesn't work as well. So actually, I'm going to try this 25 to 44 as my kind of sweet spot. So I'd love to split countries, but I do want to show you something here. So let's go like that. United States, female, 25 to 34. Languages would do English. Now, interest and behavior. So we got categories, and then we got interests. So we're going to split this. We're going to find some stuff in here and see which one works best. So let's go with interest here, and there's one I found. No, I can't remember where it was. Just going to look through this for a sec. So these are kind of like interests on Facebook. So if we click apparel, let's try this. Ordinary jewelry. Okay, and then we're just gonna do one variable changing. So the next one we're gonna pick maybe something completely out in left field, but we're gonna do females 25 to 44 in the US ordinary jewelry. We don't need any of the behaviors. Devices. Now here's where, if iOS is giving us fits and not tracking, we could go Android only, but I'm gonna leave it for now because I don't think it's an issue yet, but if it does become one, then we can do it. Daily budget. For this one, I'm going to do 50. I'm going to go pretty high. And then test schedule 4249. That's a week. I'll leave it on the default. This is cool too. They've got, I don't know why, but they're starting to change things quite a bit. So we got low cost, which is like an auto bid now, and bid cap, which is like your manual bid. So I'm going to actually lower this to each ad group gets $20. I'm going to do the manual or the auto bid. So I'm going to let them set the bid. So it said best for spending your budget fully and getting the maximum possible results. Things to consider. Your cost per result may increase as your budget increases. So I think we're going to use this as a test just to see. And of course, they took that down a bit. Oh, maybe I'll go like this. What does this do? Estimated testing power, likelihood of detecting potential differences in your ad group. We recommend a budget that gives you a power of at least 80%. Oh, of course you do. Well, fine. That's 30. Oh, you buggers. There, 32. Well, if you want 80, I'll go 31. Is that going to give me 80? Ah, 31. There we go. All right, so low cost. Now we're going to do up here. We're going to go to add group B. And we're going to do the same settings, except we're going to change our interest. So we're just go down here. Don't forget to do add group B when you're doing this. Same age, same settings except for the interest. So we're going to go English. Then an interest, we're going to pick a flyer here and do, I don't know, I want to do that, but I don't. Let's check under here. Education, financial, food and beverage, games, news. What's under here? Celebrity. My gut says this. I want to test like pets. People who are interested in pets versus people who are interested in jewelry under this female 25 to 34 in the US demographic. That's what my gut's telling me, so that's actually what I'm going to do. All right, so what we did is a little bit different than last time. We only made one change, and that's under, usually we went wide open. This time we're kind of going one layer down, and we're going to say, okay, is pets going to work better, or is ordinary jewelry going to work better in this test to get us sales? And we're using traffic instead of conversions. So it's all about experimenting, especially when you're on a newer platform. That's the way that you find methods that work. So if we're going along and we're using methods that are getting sales, but they're not really converting consistently, then we need to tweak it and adapt, adjust, move forward to fix it so that we find the methods that do work the best for us. So TikTok is constantly, it seems, making changes because even last week, we didn't have the lowest cost option. We only had we were only able to bid, right? Or the auto bid. We didn't have that, and now we do. So it could be under the traffic option. It's the only way. But this is what we're going to do. So we're narrowing it. We're not going for males at all. We're taking a slice of a demographic in the US, and then we're slicing it a little bit more by split testing these two interests. Okay, that makes sense to everybody? Split test needs to run for 1 to 30 days, right? So this one is scheduled to run for a week. Looks like 7 days, but I'm sure we can extend it. Or once we do find the winner, then we create our own campaign too from the winner. Let's go next, see if there's any errors. No errors. So we're going to do a single video. I'm going to upload it from here. There's our video. If that's where I went. Let's go. Confirm. All right, sweet. And then display name, we're going to put that. So I'll show there. Text, short and sweet. Okay. Short and sweet there. Show up now. URL. Just grab it. And back here. Okay, so it looks like that. Just gonna play it. And I have seen some people have been using basically the identical one that I used. So just make sure you mix it up, right? Like I keep using the same one because it's quick and easy for me, but I'll tell you in my other account, I don't do that. So I do have a bunch of different video templates running. So don't just rely on one. You can mix that up too, especially if you run a test a couple times using this video and it's not working, then mix up the video. Because what I mean is change it out to a different one because maybe they didn't like the video. That's the best way to go about it. Or just do something completely different than what you did video-wise. So if this format didn't work, go in the templates, find another one. And remember, it doesn't really matter what's on the template because we're going to edit the whole thing. But just find different color schemes or different movements or different sounds or different music. Maybe this music isn't working. It could be a million different factors, but just keep looking at your data and testing and tweaking until you find the right combo of targeting, product, and video. And once those all line up, it's pretty sweet. All right, so we're using the mum pixel. So we're going to submit this. Ad has been created. Will now be reviewed. Redirecting to Ads Manager in 3 seconds. All right, so housekeeping. Remember when I was running that one and my CPM skyrocketed back in like end of week 1, and then it came back down. So I did send them a ticket. I paused the campaign, sent them a ticket. Actually, I think I created another campaign. But as soon as I added budget, the CPM skyrocketed. They still haven't got back to me on that one. So that's a black mark for them for that. I don't know if they think I'll just go away, but I am going to continue to follow up with them because it's been a couple weeks now, and that's not fair. It seems on an ad disapproval, they're super quick. On anything else, they're really quick. But when you hit the frontline people that can't handle the issue, then it goes to the back or somebody else, I guess, in a different department, and they just drop the ball. So they're not a perfect support system, but I still like them out way better than Facebook. Facebook just ignores you and sends you generic crap, like links to the blueprint and all that garbage. So I guess here's the campaign now. Let's just review this. Number, did I call it 3? Yeah. Campaigns here. Here's our 2 ad groups, and you can see the little tester thing. So 1A and 1B. And the only difference is the interest and then the ads. So sometimes what you want to do with these ad platforms is give them what they want. I find that even with Facebook or Google or YouTube or whatever it may be, people just tend to go with whatever somebody said. So if I told you do it this way, that's the way you'll do it. And if you're new, that's fine. But if you're experienced, go to town experimenting too. There's nothing wrong with that. The way that I come up with all my methods is I actually experiment. So I just come up with an idea and then I'll test it. And if it works, that's my new method. If it doesn't work, and I'll tell you, my methods don't work more than they work. So all my experimental methods, probably 1 in like 10 is actually going to be a keeper that I can consistently get sales from. The other 9 don't work. And that's the nature of the game, because there's no guide from these companies that says, here's the perfect setup. Or if there is a guide from the company on the perfect setup, it could be like Facebook where they're saying, oh no, just, let it spend $5,000 and then it'll optimize after that. Well, what human who's doing direct response marketing is going to spend $5,000 before they get a result, only to see if maybe it works? Like, that's not the way we do it. So it seems like we have to come up with all these sleek ways in order to make it work. But then I think too, maybe if we just listen to them, maybe we would be better off. Not with Facebook though, because I have run those big tests on them where they say you got to get 50 sales a day on an ad set, and I have, and it hasn't made a lick of difference. So don't think that what they're saying is always true. Is this active already? Oh, that's just a campaign. So apparently I named that wrong. I don't think they approved it yet. No, it's still in review. All right, so this one is scheduled for a week, but we are going to check this tomorrow morning, and we're going to see, well, we know in our email too if we're getting any sales. I'm going to go back here to the forums for a sec, because where are the forums? Oh, right there. Drag that over. I have way too many bookmarks. All right, so I'm going to show you something. So somebody right here, I love this. And I've been harping on this. I did suggest this. People post your campaigns and get some feedback. So he or she, I can't remember if it's a male or female, tested 6 campaigns so far, no conversions. So when we look at this, this is awesome because this gives me some details. Would your mom laugh at this personalized gift. You made me what I am today, a giant smartass. Oh, also I'm good looking. Thanks for both of those. I love you. Get her this awesome, funny Mother's Day gift and put it on a nice message card. Did everything right. Received 39,644 impressions, 152 clicks with a 0.38% CTR. Demographics wide open. So two things that I'm going to cover. First, when we do go wide open, you're going to see results like this because we're 18 to basically 18 plus, male and female. So you can see how they allocated, how TikTok actually allocated the budget, where a lot of it went to the younger crowd. And if you look at the click-through rate, it's 0.42% for females 18 to 24, 0.34% for males 18 to 24. So as a very general rule of thumb, I'm going to put this up on the screen. Very, very general. But when you're looking at your data, all right, when you're looking at your data, rule of thumb. So under means it's not going well. Okay, so keep this in mind. If you're looking at your data and you have a segment that's under 0.5%, it's not going well. So let's look through this. Not going well, not going well. 25 to 34 female, not going well. 35 to 44 male, 0.48%, not really going well. Oh, here we go, 0.6. Okay, so we're above the rule of thumb here, but it's only spent $1.59. So this segment, 35 to 44, actually is showing a little potential. It just hasn't got the budget because the budget has been going to the younger people because naturally there's more younger people on TikTok, males and females. So if we know that TikTok is leaning on this segment, if we eliminate this segment, which you just saw me do, now our budget's going to go here to here. So it's going to go 25 to 44 instead. So we just cleaned up our testing a little bit by looking at our data and seeing that, well, 0.6%, that's a better click-through rate than these ones. The cost per click is super low too. 13 cents versus 24, 27, 32, 22, 43 for this one. So 25 to 34 males for that particular card, message card, the funny one, they didn't like it. So 0.26%. It means those guys were not responding to that at all. Yet it was very expensive. Okay. 45 to 54 males also did not like it. Very expensive. 55 plus females, they liked it. 0.71, which is actually the best one, CTR wise. So if you're thinking, you know, I only spent $1.15 here on the good CTR, I only spent $1.59 here, I should probably pause this campaign. I'm close, but I'm not quite there. So for me, I look at that data first, and then I know that maybe I can tweak this quote a little bit to make it flow a little better, and then only run it to 35 to 44 female and maybe 55 plus female. And we could do a split test like I just showed you. We could just split test based on age. Now the rest, 0.33, that's no good. And then 55 plus male, 0.31. So what our data is telling us is here, 35 to 44 female, and here, 55 plus female, is actually our sweet spot. Now I'm not seeing, yeah, there's 45 to 54 female, they're just not responding at all. This 55 plus female, I gotta wonder though, because if you're 55 plus, how old is your mother? Right? Like, I don't know, tack on 25 years, 30 years, 25. So if you're 55, that means your mother, if she's 25 years older than you, is 80. So that is not really a market that we're going to bother much with, because although the 55 plus women have a lot of money, I don't know. My gut says it's right here, 35 to 44 female. So my next test, if I'm doing a funny one along similar lines, I would basically use everything the same. I would just switch out the quote to something maybe funny, or I don't know, funny, but using only this age group, or maybe split testing 35 to 44 female with 55 plus female in our split test. And I would eliminate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other segments, and I would only keep 2. So there's 10 segments that the budget got split up into. And we don't even have a full test really, because if you consider 18 to 24 females spent $9, $9.79, well, we can spend up to what, 47 now. So technically we should spend at least, you know, break even on each segment, but we didn't. So if our budget is 50, then we have to do less segments, is what I'm saying. Okay, so that's what I said to them. Then they said, it seems as though the videos run for a couple days until they tank, which I think is TikTok giving them an initial burst of good traffic and then seeing if it's converting and if the CTR is steady and solid. And if it's not, then I think TikTok actually starts ignoring the video. So that's my guess. The daily breakdown, you can see like it started out up here. And I just went whoop, all the way down. So there's the spend per day. So there's the 26 where it spent a lot. 33 cents, still 33 cent cost per click. That's decent. Now if this, I think if the CTR were higher, then this would be lower, honestly. Because you can see here, as I move along, it just spends less and less. Now it could be a timing factor, day of the week as well. Some days are more expensive. So what I said is that, I would say it's a quote, and the quote's not flowing right to me. But if you've tried 5 or 6 funny ones, time to switch gears back into mushy, right? I said this yesterday. Looking at the date, at the data, find which age range has the best CTR. Typically, that'll be sweet spots of females greater than 55 have the highest, but females 34 to 45. No, 35 to 44, I had a spelling mistake, are not far behind. At this spend with the overall CTR well under 1%, I would kill the campaign. Next step, to make a mushy one for the females to give to the one, and then go 25 to 44 female USA for that. That's what I would do. And that's exactly what I did do. I thanked her, or him. I think it's her. I can't remember. I apologize if you're him. But this is what this is about. So if you are struggling and your first message to me is, oh, how do I cancel my subscription? Oh, I just like, I literally curse you when I get those emails. And because there is the odd person who, like, the first time I ever hear from them is like, how do I cancel? And I'm like, did you try anything? Did you even like look at anything? Did you even make any attempt whatsoever at it? Because if you have to take action, and then when you're taking action, it's not working, you have to ask for help. So I'm extending my olive branch again, saying, I want to help you. Everybody listening to this video, I want to help you. This is how I want to help you. This is an exact prime example. This is a case study in how to get help. So now this person, when they do their next one, if it works, great. If it doesn't, I want to see that one too. I want to see them all because I want to help. But I can't help if I don't know you need help. And I can't help if I can't see what you're doing. And I can't help if you don't ask. So please, 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 please ask for help. There's a lot of people on this call right now, and I said this after the last one too. You have to ask for help. And if you want to blur out your image or whatever and only show this part, I can work with that. I mean, the product is 90% of the battle is right here. If you hit on a good quote, it's going to sell. I mean, the rest is just the technical side. But so you have a good quote or you have a bad quote, and that's going to determine what this looks like. And if this looks like this, then we can analyze that and we can figure out, okay, next one, let's only go here and try that. So we know that they're there. And then within that, we could even say, you know, well, Will just showed me 25 to 44 females in the US, but he split it by interest. So I'm going to do that too. You do that too, you're probably going to be better off. I have a feeling based on my other results that mushy is still king. I like the funny stuff. I think it's cute, makes you laugh, but I think mushy is, you know, like you have something working for years and years and years, and then you go, oh, here's something new, and you get a shiny object and you shift to that. And it either works or doesn't. If it doesn't, then what you have to do is go back to what does. Don't keep trying to reinvent the wheel. So that's my analysis. I wanted to make sure I included that this time because I'd love to see at least 10 of these posts in here. Please pick apart my campaign on TikTok. I want to see 10 posts from members in the next 2 days. So that's your homework. So if you're on this call, you had one that failed, let's see it. Let's see what happened. Let's help you out. Let's get you going. Even going through the analysis that I just did live in front of you, even if that helps you, that's a good thing. Because now you know that I can't just blindly launch and I can't just blindly throw it, at a wide open. I have to actually look at the data and start tweaking things. And what's the old saying? Adapt, adjust, and move forward. So with that, I'm going to close it off unless you guys have any other ones. Oh, I'm behind. Is there still time to test for Mother's Day? Yes. So Mother's Day. Wait. Sunday, May 9th. Okay, let's go like this. This is North America. You got 38 days. So you have a lot of time. You're good to go. In fact, we're going to run a second challenge on Mother's Day because we've still got plenty of time. So the exact traffic source we're going to use is something I'm hesitant to show this early because I've just gotten into it. I might go to fall back on something a little. I've got 3 options. Actually, I'll post them in the forums, the 3 options for the next Mother's Day one. Because I've been experimenting with quite a bit of stuff, and some's working, some's not, and there is some new stuff that I want to get into that I know. I can't really say much about it. Okay, I'll post in the forums, but yes, you do have time. That's the answer to your question. So homework, this, and actually, of course, this, getting these campaigns up, see if we're improved. Come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Don't disapprove me. Not yet. Oh, see, now what's this? Not delivering, not at scheduled time. Oh. Okay. Now the scheduled time was 10:30, but is that a different time zone? UTC -5. So that should, oh, tomorrow. Oh, duh. I didn't even notice that. It's scheduled to start tomorrow at 10:30. Fair enough. Now I didn't try to leave this blank, but I think they do want a test schedule because they want to have as many variables under control as they can. All right. So if you see that, that's why. So 4-2, that's tomorrow. All right. Good to go. All right. Is this the first report from reporting that creates the Excel file? I get that whenever I launch a campaign. For reporting, yes. I showed that in training number 2 under here. And as far as I know, yeah. Then see, when you create it, it'll show your settings, and you have to export it here. And then you can export into Excel or a CSV file. That's it. Now, I hope eventually they make this pretty, so I don't have to export, and you guys don't have to. Because I would love it to just, like, you click it, and then it shows the graph here, or it shows a table here. That would be easier. I would actually think that exporting is more work than actually just displaying the data in a table. But, I mean, eventually, I'm sure it'll look super pretty. And we'll have everything looking good. All right, so that's it for today. Next challenge is going to be another Mother's Day, but we're going to use another traffic source that I'm not going to disclose yet because I haven't decided. I think I'm going to post a poll in the group. We've got 3 different routes that I can take on this, and TikTok is not by any means over. The other thing is we still have to test quite a bit because if you've tested like 6 and you didn't get a winner, well, that's just the numbers. That's the numbers saying exactly what the numbers will say. Because remember that sheet I gave you, the Excel sheet on how much can I make and how much do I need to test. Well, if 1 out of 10, if 10% of your tests are actually big winners, and you're at 6, you're a little more than halfway there in your testing. So you got to do 10, you got to do 20, at least, in order to find that big winner. If you quit before that, then you're just, the numbers are doing exactly what the numbers are supposed to do. So they're working, they can work for you or against you. And the only time they work against you is when you throw in the towel. So don't be that guy or that girl who their first message to me is, how do I cancel? I really, that, my pet peeve in this world is that, because if I see that person making an effort and really, trying, then I'm like, okay, I get it. If money's tight, that's fine, cancel. But if you're canceling just for the sake of canceling because you don't feel like doing it because you're too lazy, that bothers me. So, yeah, anyway, I could go on for hours about that. I'm not going to. Oh, the other thing too, oh no, I'll cover that in the forums too. All right, I'm going to close off with that because I got a lot of stuff to post in the forums. So we will see you guys in there. When you get your first success, post it. When you get your first campaign review, I want to see that. So I want to see 10 of those in the next 2 days in the forums. That's your job. All right. Everybody's got losers. I got losers. Hell, I could post like 500 losers in there if I wanted, and then just break them all down too. Maybe would that be helpful if I post my losers and break it down? I think that would be helpful. Maybe we'll do that. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk soon. Stick around because challenge number 19 is coming up and it's going to be a beauty as well. Okay, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Have a great day. Oh, and happy Easter.